employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Wednesday, February 26th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 73 in hour one of today's show. We'll preview the matchup between LSU and Dallas Baptist, and we'll talk about LSU basketball's latest loss to the Tennessee Volunteers. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo! What's going on, everyone? Welcome in to a brand new episode of OTB. And it's an OG OTB, as it's not just me and Jacob here, Taylor Sharp, of course. Alondra Villarreal remains in New York, which means we have another face here today. Perfect day, too, given that it's a top 20 matchup for LSU baseball. It's Matthew Musso, one of the OG producers here in OTB. Moose, what's up, brother? How we doing today?
We're doing well, man. Doing good. It's a little early. But, I mean, it's like riding a bike. I mean, we used to do this every day.
Yeah,
so,
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I was about to
like
say,
riding a
can
bike.
you believe you used to get up that early every day?
No, I actually just told somebody that, like over text. It's like the fact that I used to do this full-time, produce this show every day a few years ago is mind-boggling. I don't know how I did it.
Well, luckily for you, any abuse you should suffer on this show, verbal or otherwise, should be minimized because Taylor
Exactly.
Yeah,
is the punching bag on this show. So you can take a little break, take a little rest. It's okay. Don't worry. Just kind of relax and enjoy yourself this morning. Talk a little ball. As we're going to talk some baseball. We got new NIL rules concerning Louisiana that are interesting, I would say. Maybe some flustering and whatnot. There's a lot to get to today. Jake, what's up, baby? How we feeling this morning?
Feeling good. You know, vacation right around the corner. Been a minute since the Hesters have all gone on like a true vacation and not to the in-laws house or like a quick trip to go watch the Chargers play or something like that. 2-3 days here or there. So very excited about it. Still got work to do. Still got to be here. No senioritis setting in just yet.
I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see.
Because T-Bob's also going out on vacation.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I'm going to my favorite place on earth, the happiest place on earth. Going back to the House of Mouse so you can pillage my wallet to even more and make one of those cute little mouse holes there in the side and just siphon all the money out of it.
I was going to ask you, like, how much you've already, like, not like a dollar amount, but just how much you've already spent compared to how much you know you're going to spend because...
Well, not a lot already because therein lies the secret on why I can go so much is that I'm spoiled and my in-laws are the DVC club member things. So I don't pay for any lodging or tickets or anything.
Oh.
Yeah. I know. It's pretty ridiculous.
Oh.
Yeah. Exactly. You think I'd be going to Disney this much? If not,
I don't know.
No way.
I mean,
I can't afford it.
I was like the one thing.
Now they pay us up here. Hell no.
I thought it was like the one thing you really loved, and
you made it
work.
I'm just very lucky that my in-laws that's their favorite way to spend time with the kids.
Okay, I was wondering because, like, we paid for this cruise forever ago, and then it's like, okay, yeah, you paid for the cruise, but you also got to pay for the excursion. It's like, okay, and it's like, if you want like Coke for the kids, you got to pay for that. as well. I'm just like, oh, okay. And
it's gonna add up,
yeah,
for sure.
If you want like Wi-Fi, you got to pay like $80 a day or something crazy. It's like, well, I'm not gonna like be on my phone or trying to do shows or anything. But like, what if something happens? Like, do I need Wi-Fi?
It's a Spirit airline. It's the Spirit airline model where Spirit Airline's not actually cheaper. They just charge you by the amenity, as opposed to paying for all the amenities up front on the other airlines. Tay, what's up, brother? How are we feeling today?
We're doing well. Long day yesterday, a lot easier one today, but excited, man. Woke up in a good mood, an unusually good mood. I was a little weirded out. I was like, why am I in such a good mood right now? It's early. It's a little cold. Usually I don't like that, but yeah, we're excited to be here.
I was in a great mood. But then I told you my stomach's been kind of acting crazy this morning. Just before the show started, just got a text that there may potentially be a stomach bug that has invaded my house. So I apologize, guys, for whatever has happened. Don't interact with me. No kissing today, Jake. I know after every show. I know. I know it's our way of saying goodbye for the day before you go on to off campus in the afternoon.
I know.
But I can't get you sick, not before the trip.
No, that's okay. Makes sense.
Can't go on a cruise with stomach bug.
Some sacrifices have to happen.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You can kiss Musso today, okay? I think Matt would like that a little bit too. Give him a little confidence going into this afternoon, going into this baseball game.
Ease his nerves a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Taylor was the punching bag on this show.
Let's go ahead. Well, I would never bequeath a kiss upon Taylor. Like, that's a kind thing that I'm saying to you. I'm not saying a mean thing here. Taylor, you're not ready for this jelly nor these kisses.
Look, man, we're the punching bags because we can take it, okay? Not everybody in this building can take it.
True.
Okay?
True.
All right.
True. I needle because I love.
Yeah.
My entire personality is that of a second grade child on the playground. I'm just pulling your ponytail because I have a crush on you. Let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get to work, courtesy of Tiger Labor and Staffing, where they can help take care of screening, training, payroll, and more. Now, for starters.
Tiger Labor and Staffing provides reliable local staffing solutions for warehouse, construction, and manufacturing positions. So whether you need help with temporary labor or long-term hire, we've got you covered with skilled, dependable workers. And if you're short-staffed, you deal with no calls or no shows, give them a call today and let Tiger Labor and Staffing meet your workforce needs. All right, guys, let's start baseball. LSU, DBU, going down, top 20 matchup. Really, LSU, for whatever slight offensive freeze they had for the 10 innings over the weekend, they looked like they broke out of it with a 12-run performance on Sunday, 13 on Monday. The pitching throughout the entirety of it, maybe save for one inning, has continued to be elite. However, this is a very good Dallas Baptist team. They're ranked in all 5 polls. They're ranked as high as 17. They got 2-3 game sweeps in the season, and they seem to hit the ball very well. This appears on paper, again, to my layman takes, I'm about to lean on Musso hard, but to my eye on paper, this appears to be a strength-on-strength battle, as you are talking about a DBU team where with 4 players hitting over 400 right now, including Grant J., who was just CUSA hitter of the week. Over the last weekend, he went 7 of 14, 3 home runs, 11 ribbies. Pretty damn good, dude. He's 3rd place on DBU's all-time home run list with 45. As a team, DBU ranks 6th nationally in doubles right now, 4th in doubles per game. Grant J is batting .571.
That's solid.
So when Grant comes up to bat, perk up, pay attention. Tom Poole leads the nation in runs scored. He's batting .500 himself. DBU's pitching staff ranks 4th in the nation in Ks per innings at 13.1 and 10th in hits allowed per innings. So this is a very solid baseball team, is Dallas Baptist, and a great early test, potential RPI boost for an LSU team that will really be tested by a quality team for the first time this year. Cannot wait.
Yeah, and we'll certainly, throw this one to Moose, but their only loss is to UT Rio Grande Valley. Outside of that, they have, like you said, T-Bob, 2-3 game sweeps. But if you've been a baseball fan for any really length at all, you know who Dallas Baptist is. They're not quite like a Gonzaga mid-major that's made it to the championship game, but they're like St. Mary's. I mean, they're one of those teams that is always in the conversation. They're going to make it to the postseason every single year. They're going to play against the big boys like they are against LSU today. And Moose, this is a program that's been good for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, all the way back to 2008 when Coach Hebert took it over. I mean, they're looking at it. Since 2014, they've made the NCAA tournament every season except for 2020 because there was no NCAA tournament. No, they're really good, and they put major leaguers out there as well. I mean, you're going to see an uptick in stuff on the mound. T-Bob mentioned Grant J, who is like the one guy on this team that can't win the game for DBU. Like, if you're going to get beat, it better not be by Grant J because you can't miss him, right? I mean, he's awesome. He was on the Bobby Bragdon Slugger preseason watch list, and Dylan Cruz won that award a couple years ago, so it should be very familiar to LSU fans. I would tell you, top 3 mid-major program in college baseball. I'm trying to think of others right now that have held the consistency, right? Like Fresno State won a natty, but what'd you really do after that? Right. Coastal won a natty. They've hung around. I mean, DBU, the consistency that they've been able to have since Coach Hebert took over in 2008 is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, Connor Ware going to be on the mound tonight. Of course, Connor, perfect in his first start. When I'm getting a little confused. That was last week's midweek,
Southern,
right? It was a Southern game, right?
Mm-hmm.
3 innings. Like the rest of the staff, not giving up anything. So 0 ERA right now, has 1 win. Do you know anything about Ryan Borberg, the starter for DBU? 3.0 ERA, 0-0 on the year. Not
really. I mean, I know he came in relief in that game against Grand Valley, or Rio Grande Valley, I should say, and through the extended relief there, but that's all. I mean, if he's a DBU, he can pitch. I mean, I can tell you that much. I mean, I expect him to probably be high 80s, low 90s with a good breaking ball. I mean, they've really put a lot of great pitchers out there. So, even included into the draft. I mean, I expect him to be pretty good.
So we don't actually need. I think like the way to handle a game like this from a radio standpoint is to, I think, look at LSU and look at what your goals would be for tonight. As we said, the defense has been damn near perfect the entire year. Only 1 error on the year right now. The bats is that the point of focus here? Because the arms have been so great. The only kind of wobble on this team thus far was the freeze that the bats went into over the weekend. Is that the main area of the game that you're going to be watching today?
It's one of them, but I would actually flip it the other way, T, and say it is the pitchers.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, this is going to be different for LSU as a whole. Remember, they were supposed to go on the road already, and that game got postponed and then moved to Alex Box Stadium. So now your first road test is against Dallas Baptist in a major league ballpark in a top 20 showdown in the midweek, which you don't really get much of. Yeah. You're going with a veteran guy on the mound in Connor Ware, and you've seen them really throw in freshmen after that. I mean, you'll probably see Zach Cowan a little bit tonight as well, but I would be surprised to see Maverick Rizzi because you see Case and Evans. So I think you're going to see plenty of the young arms, Cooper Williams as well in this, on a big stage in a grand ballpark really for the first time.
Well, and how much importance does this game hold, do you think? Because I know there's always debate about midweek games. Obviously, this is not a midweek game.
Jay Johnson doesn't have that debate.
No, yeah, for sure. But I mean, and that's why Jay scheduled this, right? He has a quote out there about this is the best type of game to help your RPI in an out-of-conference setting. How important do you think this individual game is in the grand scheme?
Yeah, not all midweek games are created equal. This one is one that fits into that category. This one's a little higher because DBU most likely is going to win Conference USA this year, and you want to beat conference champions because that's not – the RPI is based off of wins. Like, it doesn't – I mean, who you beat matters, but, I mean, we've seen teams play in lower-level leagues go like 40-8 at some point throughout the season and have like the number 2 RPI.
Yeah.
It's based off of wins. DBU is going to win a lot of games. So I think this holds a lot of significance for both teams tonight. It's LSU's most significant midweek game of the season.
Yeah, and
by far.
And to Moose's point a couple of minutes ago as well about the staying power of DBU and kind of being the top of the mid majors. When you look at baseball now, it is a sport that it's kind of the same thing in basketball too. You don't see the mid majors littered throughout the top 25 like you once did.
Yeah,
it's just not the case anymore because of the transfer portal. A lot of times these mid majors that are really, really good baseball programs, they're losing their players, their best players, to these major programs. And they can't keep up like they once could. I'm not going to count Oregon State, by the way, as just because they're kind of an independent. That's still Oregon State, and so they play a unique schedule. But outside of that, Dallas Baptist and then UC Santa Barbara and Southern Miss are the only three teams. And Southern Miss is even hard for me to consider in that category because of all the things they've done. But there's three that you could actually consider mid-major conference people in the top 25. In baseball, as we all know, they used to be littered with 8, 9 at a time from guys, from Sun Belt to Coosa to the West Coast Conference. It's just not the case anymore. So it kind of tells you the staying power of a DBU.
Kind of imagine that Dallas Baptist has a lot of money. I'm not sure. Maybe in this NIL era. That said, certainly to Jake's point, they have managed to stay afloat amidst all the changes. And I want to talk about some NIL changes coming up next. But first, Moose, if people enjoyed your baseball takes there, where can they get them?
Oh, yeah. Moose at the Box, man. It's on YouTube. You can find the YouTube channel, subscribe there, or your favorite podcast app, wherever you get your podcast. Just search Moose at the Box, hit subscribe. I would encourage you to set notifications. And the live streams immediately following the games are always a lot of fun, win or lose. So
there you go, guys. I mean, and again, that's where you're going to get your real good, granular breakdowns of what's actually going on. Here, you'll get fun stuff. You'll get big picture things and whatever we break down or are hooked on. But Moose is really gonna. So Moose at the Box, go subscribe, share it with all of your friends and your enemies as well.
Dallas Baptist endowment, $66.8 million.
Okay, not crazy on the scale of college endowments, certainly. So I can't wait. That's 7 p.m. tonight. How do we watch it? Do you buy Flow Sports? I mean, I know how I'll be watching it, but
yeah, that's the way that I think a lot of people would
the
prefer.
Intended way.
Yeah, it's the intended way is by Flow Sports. Yeah,
Flow Sports.
Flow Sports.
I don't know.
I have been on this earth for 28 years. This is the first time I have ever heard the words Flow Sports.
Well, she needed to get some diversity in her profile.
Yep.
Insurance is a good business, but can't carry you all the time.
Makes sense. There's only so much home and auto to go around.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody needs a side hustle. This is Flo breaking into college baseball.
At least we do.
Hey, again, the house and mouse ain't going to pay for himself. So, yeah, I'm really excited. 7 p.m. tonight, guys. What a midweek treat. Top 20 matchup. Can LSU get it done? As Moose just said, the most important midweek game of the entire season. All right, when we get back here on OTB, speaking of NIL, there's a brand new NIL law that I am very intrigued to see what your reaction is going to be to. So keep it locked right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge. AllStarToyotaBatonRouge.com is the website. All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge is the dealership there for you when you're in the market for a new vehicle. And I mean new to you, right? Because you could get a Toyota certified used vehicle, you get it at a great price, and you still get excellent warranty coverage. Maybe you end up leasing. Maybe you buy. The point is, you go see my airline in Goodwood. You can test drive whatever you want. Check out the inventory. And then just know that you and your family are going to find the answer for your needs. Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, AllStarToyotaBatonRouge.com.
It is not too late. If you are going on a trip for Mardi Gras break coming up starting this weekend, you can rent a Toyota, something bigger, something better on gas mileage, whatever you're looking for. Remember, the thing over at All-Star is everything is available. Midsize SUVs, trucks, van, full-size SUV, sedan, hybrid, everything is available to rent. Come and lease the sessions today, AllStarToyotaBatonRouge.com.
With rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Need service now? Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram can get you same-day appointments for service, and we offer pickup and delivery of your vehicle from New Orleans to Baton Rouge. If you need sales and service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer.
Walking in, cotton dresses swishing, the smoke is thick and the lights are dim, and she sure got me wishing for a little bit of time.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
We figured out the issue on OTB Spotify, by the way, guys. Too many copyright strikes for playing licensed music. What is the difference in the other shows? Nobody plays much licensed music?
We're the only show.
Yeah, y'all are the only show that plays licensed.
Oh, what?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, what do y'all play for rejoins?
There's a generic ESPN bid.
Gross.
Well, that, and I've actually found a few license-free like producers who actually have some pretty decent beats to just come back from break with.
So
that's half the reason I'm here.
We are in
Certainly
touch
on
with
Thursdays.
Spotify legal to try to unlock the channel, but we will see. We're still good on all the other podcasting fronts, but unfortunately, not Spotify.
Which doesn't make a ton of sense because Spotify already has those songs.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know. I mean, right? Fair use and all that? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Speaking of legalese, there's a new law that, Dixon Mamakin is preparing to file a bill in this year's legislative session that would exempt compensation student athletes earn from NIL deals from state income tax. Meg says, quote, other states, Illinois, Alabama, Georgia, have bills right now to make where NIL compensation is exempt from state income tax. We will be competing with those other states. We're not going to let them out-compete us. So I would say this just here off the bat. I definitely understand the sentiment here. And in the cutthroat world of recruiting, it is obvious that this should be done to keep up with the Joneses and make sure that somebody just can't recruit against you saying, well, hey, look, whatever, you're getting paid the offer is $1 million on both, but here you don't have to pay taxes on it. Like, okay, that's very strong. From a pure recruiting standpoint, like, I think, yeah, you got to do this. I understand that. But my God, as an adult working man, if this doesn't rub me the wrong way. I mean, so all these kids are already going to be making more money than any of us anyway. And now, like, it's different in the NFL where, okay, look, you know what? Florida or Texas, whatever, they just don't have to pay. Okay, they just don't have to pay it. It is what it is. That's who they play for. It is what it is.
Well, those conversations are different in the NFL locker rooms and free agency. Like, it's
I know it matters, but because it's a draft and not recruiting, like, it's like, and it's tied into it applies to everybody. It's not just an exemption, or it's not just the players being exempt from this. Now, certainly, certain states are make more money. They're going to be more friendly to you. Other states make more money to be less friendly.
Yeah, we used to talk about trying to have some kind of system where it's like, wait a minute, like cost of living in San Diego, cost of living in New Orleans is completely different. We're making the same money, and we should I say the PA tried. They probably didn't try to get like stipends for like, hey, I'm paying 14% almost taxes, and cost of living's crazy out here. Why are we making the same amount of money? Obviously, it never went anywhere.
Yeah, so it matters. And so if you're talking about a sport where the entire roster is built off of recruiting, both through the portal and high school, this matters. But again, the difference in those situations, that is state law that applies to everybody. Now we're just going to have these kids that are making more money than all of us just not pay income tax on it either.
Yeah.
And I understand why, but like, God, I hate it. Yeah, I don't know. It just, have we lost the thread as a society? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
like, why do I have to pay income tax then?
I guess that's my question. So, like, it's for NIL, right?
Yes.
I mean, does that only apply to athletes? Because, like, okay, what if a normal college student gets famous doing, like, I don't know, TikTok, Instagram, whatever? By this law, does the money they make through their NIL get taxed?
Sorry.
Like if
no, I would imagine, like,
would this be through the revenue share though?
TikTok, I don't know, because how do you define an NIL?
Yeah, because okay,
that's what I'm saying. Like, is this
like,
only on the revenue share that the $20+ million is going to be allocated,
or is it not
the
on the revenue share and only on the NIL deals?
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
Because okay, like I'm saying, like if somebody, a normal college student gets famous doing like TikTok or whatever, and then a local car dealership in the area hires them to do commercials, is that not taxed? That's NIL for a college kid. They're just not an athlete.
No, I know. I don't know exactly. So I can't pretend to know what legally applies. I think we'd have to read the bill, honestly, right? We'd have to get a lawyer to read the bill to know fully what this applies and doesn't apply to. So I don't think we need to get too lost in the kind of detail
Dixon,
weeds.
He's always here doing hits with Brain.
True.
Let me go see if he's down there during the break.
So it's yeah, I don't know, man. Again, I would like my representative also to propose that we don't have to pay income tax as well.
Yeah, I need guarantee to pay me in NIL dollars.
Yes. I did not. Yeah, see, people don't realize that. Yeah, we're new contract time. It's going to be an NIL deal.
Yeah, because we played. We used to play. We're athletes at one point in our life.
Exactly.
I feel like all of our new contract stuff should go through NIL. No state taxes.
But I mean, okay, so if push comes to shove, though, and I tell you, okay, you can either do this or you don't do this. Do you still, at the end of the day, say, okay, whatever, you have to do this because you can't recruit against it if you don't?
I mean, no. I mean, I'm sorry. Like,
no, you say don't do this.
I mean, to not pay state taxes when everybody else does.
I know.
Like, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, sure.
I told y'all.
I mean,
Hooters going bankrupt was the canary in the coal mine. We were just a lost society as a whole. And here's just the latest piece of evidence. Let's give these 18-year-olds who managed to get 2 sacks at Central Michigan last year $1 million, then not have them fill up the state coffers at all again.
Yeah, how much is this going to raise my taxes?
That's what. Yeah.
I mean, how much is this going to raise my state taxes?
We
There's a lot of road building going on right now, guys.
Are we voting on this? Like, do we get to go and actually vote on this? To be passed?
Well, no, your representatives will vote on this.
I don't want that. I want to vote on it.
This is in Athens, Greece.
We vote on every other proposed thing.
I guess like in a legislative session, how does it work? Does it get approved by them, then go to us? I don't know. But weird times. It's a weird story. I don't know fully. You can see that I'm a bit at odds with myself about how to react to it because, again, I get it. From a recruiting standpoint, it's going to make it really hard if UGA is saying, look, you get $1 million here and it's tax-free.
Yes, I mean, we're talking about between like 8 and 11%, depending on, I guess, the state.
It's a $100,000 difference.
Mm-hmm.
200, whatever. So, I don't know, man. But hey, if you're going to work, an overnight or a good, nice 12-hour shift in the plant, just remember that your favorite wide receiver transfer will not be paying state income tax on the $500,000 that he's making to be a disappointment and a backup that never really pans out.
On the 29 catches for 287 yards.
Yeah, congratulations. Congratulations. It's kind of your fault, though. You should have been better at football. And born later.
Well, I was about to say, we were pretty good at football.
And born later. You going to work a turnaround? All right, well, just think about this the whole time you're there. I'm sure that won't make you angry at all. So, sure, whatever. Go ahead and do it. But, my God, dystopian society on full display here. And congrats to these kids, I guess.
Also, I see in the chat, a lot of people talking about the radio signal. Don't worry, it'll be fixed by this afternoon, I'm sure. It'll be fine.
It's foggy morning this morning. Yeah. Foggy morning this morning.
I'll make sure it gets done.
All right. When we get back here on OTB, keep it locked. More off the bench.
Off the bench.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Every now and then here, the Pelicans are good. I love talking NBA. I don't even try to force it anymore now. The Pelicans have just broken all of us. Even though they beat the Spurs again, for whatever that's worth. Shout out to them. I hate that Alondra's in New York randomly when the Pelicans whoop up on the Spurs twice out of nowhere. But whatever.
I know 2 in a row, dude. It was not. She's going through it.
A little
saltiness last night.
She's already talking about tanking, trying to get flagged, which if the Spurs also get flagged, whatever, dude. I just give up. Just completely give up. I think that should be impossible, unless, the math gods really come through for them the ping pong battle.
Yeah, I think there's, 6 teams in front of them or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It should be impossible, but it's technically, there is a chance.
Yeah, the Nets, Sixers, Raptors, Hornets, Wizards, Pelicans, Jazz, all in front of them.
Let's go. But the reason why I bring up the NBA is because, I'm not going to lie, last night, the Luka drama managed to pierce my mind bubble, right? I knew I wanted to get eyes on it because of I just don't think we've ever seen a move like this. As I just alluded to, as a Pelicans fan, you have gone through a lot. You have suffered constant disappointment, falling short of expectations, embarrassing levels of mismanagement, not 1, but 2 wasted number 1 overall picks. And I still don't know, I don't believe, in my opinion, that you have ever suffered something like what the Dallas Mavericks just went through. Even AD forcing his way out of town, which was brutal and awful and terrible, does not come close to your front office telling a generational 5-time All-NBA 25-year-old, you smoke too many Joes and don't eat right. We don't believe in you. Bye. And so last night in L.A., Lakers play host to the Mavs, and Luka was on the warpath. We said it at the time. They were talking so much crap publicly, trying to justify this move, that all they were doing was adding fuel to the fire to one of the again, no exaggeration, generational player. And, well, last night, Luka not only leads the Lakers to a win, which I think they have one of the best records since the trade deadline, maybe the best. But he becomes the first Laker since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to record at least 15 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks in a single game.
Yeah.
Nico Harrison. Nico, what are you doing, son?
And you see him, like, before the game, like, posted up, sitting there watching Luka, almost like I'm the coolest guy in the room. I'm going to alpha Luka. Yeah, that worked out well for you, bud.
He is Jerry Krause, new age Jerry Krause. He's tech bro Jerry Krause. You know, the guy from Last Dance who was like, the Bulls are done. And I'm going to move on from Jordan. I've got my plan in place. Okay, Nico.
Yeah.
He's also he's the meme of that guy that walks into the press conference and is like angrily eyeing everyone down, kind of daring someone to challenge him.
He was.
Like that's him. It's because, and I understand why he's so defensive, because he made the literal dumbest move we've ever seen in NBA history. And I can't wait to hear the full story one day. Like, maybe their new ownership group, which is purely profit motivated and gambling based, doesn't really give a damn about winning and force him to do it. I don't know. But it's the dumbest move I've ever seen. You bless the Lakers, the least deserving team of a move like this in the entire NBA. And now in the first time y'all match up, Anthony Davis is nowhere to be seen with an adductor strain. Imagine that. And Luka gets a triple-double of the form that nobody has had in a Laker uniform since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Are you kidding me, Nico?
As Deb would say, couldn't find AD with a search warrant close to this game. And then you do actually find Max Christie. He had 10 points, 6 assists, 1 rebound. So the Mavs didn't really benefit in this game against the Lakers with what they got back for Luka, which was a overaged once star and then Max Christie.
Only one first-round
draft
pick.
choice that probably is not going to work out because it's the NBA, and usually like 4 to 5 tops draft picks actually work out in a draft.
The NBA hands out first-round picks like Skittles.
Yeah.
And they got one.
I don't know if you can have Skittles anymore.
I mean, so already if you're a Mavs fan, you are broken, right?
Oh,
and then this happens. And then this happens. You want to talk about twisting the knife? It reminds me of the ultimate salting the wound image to me that will always be in my head is in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where he cuts the dude's legs off with a chainsaw, and then he takes 2 bags of salt, and he just jams him in the bloody stumps. I imagine that's exactly what Dallas Mavericks fans are feeling today.
Isn't it perfect though? Like, cause okay, I was locked into this game because obviously I love Luka, and I was like, man, I hope he drops 40 on this team. But I actually, looking back on it, this was the perfect way to do it, because even before, he's overweight, he's out of shape. Everybody on the national media, he doesn't care about rebounding, he doesn't care about playing defense. 15 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 steals, like you mentioned. Like, Luka showed his entire repertoire last night. Like, this was the perfect way to do it.
And, yeah, he has a bad body. No mistaking it.
Yeah.
He has no arm definition. He's super dad bod. But he's just got an insane rhythm and athleticism and a craft to his game that is, I mean, it's so European that the American mind can't even comprehend it. How he moves and how he attacks. And I guess that's why Nico Harrison couldn't comprehend it either, because he traded him for Anthony Davis. Unbelievable.
Yeah, like, let my guy be a bad body god. It's okay. Who cares?
Nico.
Jokic doesn't have a great body either. Wins a lot of MVPs. Won a title.
So European, the American mind cannot comprehend the style that which he plays.
Hey, every time we see a little muscle hamster, what happens? Gets hurt all the time. Can't stay on the field.
True.
Too many muscles.
Looking
at you, Joey Bosa.
Yeah, exactly. Joey Bosa, Zion. I mean, I guess you could throw any Bosa in there. Really, Nick as well. Just crazy, dude.
When you have all those muscles, you know what is more likely to happen? Muscle tear.
Yeah, true. No, I mean, that's actually
never hear of a chubby tear.
True. Luka's body is conditioned in a more specific way than they could imagine. He's not out here trying to max squat or max curl. He's trying out here to max ball.
Yeah.
And that's what he's doing.
Shout out Luka. Good for you. I don't like the Lakers. Not one bit, actually.
Dude,
I was rooting for him last night.
I was so upset. I was so upset when.
That's the worst part about it. I mean, it's like they can't cheer for the Lakers.
I know.
But it is such a dumb move that I do want him individually to have revenge against the Mavs. But, like, thanks for making the Lakers good for another 10 years, Nico. Like, what the hell is that about?
Yeah. You gave away, like a top 5 player in the NBA who's 25 to the Lakers.
This is like, you ever played Settlers of Catan?
25.
You ever played Catan?
I know what it is.
4 people competing. There can be only one winner. And the entire game is based off of making trades with one another. Well, as you can see, this naturally leads to an incredibly toxic environment. Everybody's yelling, don't trade with him. Why have you traded with him? And then accusations of kingmaker. Well, Nico, you are the ultimate kingmaker. You just made the Lakers good for a decade, you dumb idiot. Unbelievable. Anyway.
Mavericks about to mess up and be out of the top 10 in the West, too. Losing 2 games in a row. You got the Suns, the Kings right there on their heels. They might fall out of this thing completely.
That's insane. Again, really, my thoughts and prayers are with the Mavericks fans, because you have suffered a sporting injustice, the likes of which I have never seen. So I would tell you to stay strong, but I think you should just stop cheering for them. Like, this is such a betrayal of trust that if you wanted to just renounce your fanhood for the time being, it is completely understandable.
How many of us actually thought when Kyrie Irving got traded to Dallas that he would be the last man standing?
Yeah.
In Dallas.
How many actually thought when they were playing in the finals last year that they would trade Luka?
0%.
Like, what?
Well,
you could have spoken absolutes there, and nobody would have thought you were crazy.
No.
You were talking about, like, we've never seen this type of trade. Like, I keep thinking this would be like the Bills being like, all right, guys, it's time to trade Josh Allen.
Yes,
we can't win with him. We're trading Josh.
Literally, yes.
We're trading Josh to the New England Patriots.
He's not ripped enough.
No. Who would be a good comp?
Yeah, who's kind of like a bad body guy? Mahomes?
I'm trying to think, like, who would be a comp of somebody that, they had their time in the sun and they were a good quarterback, but those days are in. It would be Josh Allen for Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, Stafford's a better AD.
Send him to an LA team.
Yeah, that's
Stafford's
what it would be.
A better AD.
It would be Josh Allen for Stafford
and like
to be fair,
linebacker.
To be fair, the Rams don't want to pay Stafford right now.
Oh, I know.
And so Matt Stafford may end up somewhere else as well. I guess the difference here is, though, Dallas threw their lot in with the old guy. They went and got older out of this deal. It's insane. It's insane. Shout out to Luka, though. Again, it was unbelievable. If you watched any of it, he was on fire. All right, let's go to hour 1 next.
Off the bench.
Go to centralplumbing.org, 925-8552. Centralplumbing.org, 925-8552. Central Plumbing, there for you when you need them.
Sounds like you might need them.
I'm not good. It's not good. Stomach bug. May have been a neighborhood kid who came over. So I don't know. Anyway,
somebody got our boy.
What I do know is 24/7 emergency service, flat rate pricing, licensed bond insured employees, excellent warranty coverage. CentralPlumbing.org, CentralPlumbing.org, CentralPlumbing.org.
225-925-8552 is that emergency number. It is okay. T-Bob is going on vacation, so there's certainly avails for Central Plumbing and that emergency service coming up. Also, look what they can do for you in the remodel game, at your home, at your business. You can find all that information on their website, centralplumbing.org.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972.
Before the teacher took it, I read what she wrote. Do you love me? Do you want
Welcome back to the 9th-ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench.
Breaking news here. You were just talking about crazy GM moves. You're talking about Andrew Berry from Cleveland. It looks like the Cleveland Browns are planning on signing Justin Tucker were he to be released from the Baltimore Ravens. Just kidding, guys. That's not breaking news, but it is funny. We'll talk more about Justin Tucker next hour.
Will they make him highest paid kicker? Fully guaranteed deal?
Yes, fully guaranteed deal. Highest paid kicker in NFL history. Yes, absolutely.
Trade their kicker for like a 6th-round pick or something.
I tried to tell you about Justin Tucker years ago.
Yeah, I just thought it was sour grapes.
Nope. Tried to tell y'all.
I mean, it is crazy. I was listening to a interview with the reporters who've been working this story, and guys, it's a very thoroughly and correctly reported story. I mean, we can still say allegations, but like, I just mean in the this is the process of how you try to establish what the facts of the case are, and it does not look good. Now, interestingly, I don't think there's any legal recourse, civil or criminal, because of statute of limitations. Also, there doesn't, even if it were within the statute of limitations, apparently lawyers say this is not a case that you're going to win anyway. Which also means that, like, look, if you're just accusing the women of wanting money, they're not going to get any money.
Right.
So, no, not true. But it's, it's pretty greasy. There are some kind of funny details that we'll get into next hour.
Also, though, like, you can be a QB and get away with this. We've seen it with Watson. You can't be gooning like this with it like a kicker, guys. Kickers are replaced twice a year.
He is the greatest kicker of all time, but yeah.
He had fallen off to his standard already, so.
Yeah, all of a sudden you have a bad year. Now this comes out, huh?
He wasn't allowed
to. Yeah, right.
They kicked him out of the massage parlors. He wasn't in the right headspace.
I mean, it is weird because like a lot of the allegations are from like years ago.
Yeah.
Like it looks like this is actually maybe something that he stopped doing, but did way too much. But whatever. We'll get into that a bit next hour. What's going on with the radio station? Barometric pressure and all that, guys. I don't know. Yeah, but Email says, I want Musso to be my Mary Kate. That's another story that we'll maybe save for next hour, even though I feel weird talking about it.
Who said that?
Yeah, it's me, y'all.
I don't know.
In the YouTube chat.
Oh.
Daddygate. Is that what they're calling it? Daddygate? Don't like that. LSU basketball falls Tennessee last night, 65-59. Defensive battle there. Any thoughts on last night's game?
Yeah, I mean, good defense. So you played against a top 5 team. Still, Musso before the show. What do we always talk about, T-Bob? Cam Carter doesn't score 25. You can't win. 3 for 10, 12 points.
Yeah.
Victorious Miller gave you 17, but you only had 2 guys in double figures. So
I mean, they're fighting.
They're fighting. They looked like,
Florida
they looked
game,
scrappy
Tennessee
in Florida
game.
this game. Yeah, for sure.
And I know no moral victories. I get it, but these are really good. These are top 5 basketball teams, and it feels like they are like a player away from winning these games.
You get what you pay for. LSU invested the second lease, and it's why we talked about the story the other day where they are planning on finding some way to come up with more basketball investment.
And it can be done. Missouri went winless in the SEC last year. Now they're number 14 in the country.
There you go. All right, hour 1 of the books. When we get back, we got the My High man himself, Mr. Matt Flynn, coming in for some flustering. Keep it locked here on OTB.
Off the bench.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Top-rated roofer you need to know, Pelican Roofing.
Pelican Roofing has literally hundreds of 5-star reviews and was a recipient of the 2019 Better Business Bureau Integrity Award. Hey, we know there are a lot of roofing companies, but there's only one, Pelican Roofing.
And Baton Rouge and Lafayette and all the surrounding areas, they even offer 0% financing for those who qualify. Call for your free estimate at 225-228-2865 or visit pelicanroof.com.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Wednesday, February 26th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 73. In hour 2 of today's show, Matt Flynn stops by the studio for a full hour of flustering. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, there he is. The My High man himself, looking extra swole today. Mr. Matt Flynn. And doesn't have. Oh, let's go.
He brought gifts.
Let's go, Samps. Let me see here. I love some
You said you hadn't tried
orange.
that one. Brought it for you.
What? Orange? Oh, I've not tried the island. I'm very excited. This is the new island, I'm guessing. Oh yeah. I love that you finally are starting to find your inner Ricky Bobby here. And instead of lemon lime,
I need an island.
Yeah, we got lemon lime, we got orange, and now we have Island Ice Blast.
Oh, yeah.
You are one step away from achieving Mystic Mountain Berry, in which My High will finally become the company it was always meant to be. Here's your island, Jake.
If you do the trademark search, I might be able to change Berry Ice Blast to Mystic Mountain.
Mystic
like
Mountain Berry.
Although, yeah, I mean.
No, because we have Island Ice Blast now, so we need Mystic Mountain Berry. Actually, I'm already one My High deep this morning.
I feel bad for like orange.
Fruit punch, orange, lemon lime.
Island Ice Blast, orange.
I know.
I'm feeling.
And the font's a little smaller too, because it's a little bit longer of a word.
God, poor guy.
Poor guy. Poor bud.
We had a great workout at Hot Bells this morning at Evolve. What I do immediately when I got out. Made myself a tasty, giant My High. Only now, mix in a little creatine, boys. I'm getting back on my supplement game. Supplement game. We got daily protein shake intake back now.
I'm so proud of you.
Daily creatine back now.
Some supplements too.
We need magnesium, collagen, and creatine every day, boys.
It is weird. It is okay.
I'm doing some colostrum.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait,
some creatine and colostrum.
Colostrum. That's from the breast of a pregnant woman, no?
Well, that's
what
powder
babies
in a
drink.
bucket.
What?
This is powder from a bucket.
Okay. What are they just farming pregnant women?
It's from a cow.
That's how they get it. How do you think they get it?
Oh, cow colostrum. Okay. Because that's like the first thing that's like what is initially produced, right?
Right.
So it makes those weird little poops where it's just black but doesn't smell. Remember those?
Yeah.
Kind of nostalgic, huh? Yeah.
Little tar babies.
Especially now I'm changing a 2-year-old boy's diaper, and that's just a freaking murder scene every single time.
It's a murder
I bet Quad Bob has some.
It ain't right. It ain't good. There ain't nothing good, holy, or right about it.
I bet he gets chalk out and just lines out where it happened.
It's
I don't miss I mean, you miss like that time of being. I don't miss the diapers, but you kind of miss that time. But
yeah.
But then you think about like the times where it explodes up their back, out the diaper.
Yeah.
Don't miss that.
Or sometimes, I haven't done this often. I've probably done this about 4 or 5 times, but it's just one of those days where you just like, maybe you're just like little lazy, something's going on, you're a little distracted, and you're like, let me check that diaper, but then you don't, you ever just jam your hand in there?
Nope.
And you don't mean, like, because you don't think there's anything there.
No.
But when you're wrong, it's a bad feeling.
Like you can't just bend, like just punch over a little bit and just
I can't
sniff?
explain why it's happened. There's been probably I probably checked it about 5 times that way, and probably 2 of the 5,
Sure.
I ended up just with a hand covered in fecal matter.
Fool me once.
Yeah. Actually, I was listening to J. Cole this morning. Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you. Fool me 3 times, F the peace sign, get the chopper and make it rain on you. So I will be shooting my son if he does it to me again.
What did you just say?
What?
I don't know. What was that?
Fool me 1 time.
I mean, you don't have to say it again.
Shame on you. Fool me 2 times. I can't put the blame on you because that's on me. You get it?
I like.
3 times we're gonna shoot
You're not gonna fool me twice.
I was gonna say I like President Bush's version.
Yeah.
They
much
actually
better.
have in the middle of that song. They play the Bush clip.
He ain't gonna fool me twice.
He ain't gonna fool me twice.
I get fooled with trash.
Now watch this drive.
Yeah,
But yeah, Jake shamed me into getting back into something. It is weird though how.
Well, okay, shamed that's strong language. I was just trying to be a good teammate. You're working your butt off every single day, basically, with these great workouts, and you're not putting protein back in your body.
I agree.
Got to do it within 30 minutes.
If
I don't do that,
anybody
though,
has
'cause the,
ever told us,
I can't do that because the intermittent fasting.
That's great, but you're still by every minute that passes, you lose a little bit of that workout if you don't replenish the.
Yeah, maybe
protein
just don't intermittent
with
fast.
protein.
Why? It's been great. I love it.
But imagine
Feel good. Operate at high capacity.
Sure. Okay.
If you called Tommy Moffitt right now and you said, Coach, I'm working my butt off with these workouts, should I, A, eat protein 30 minutes after to, get some really good muscles, or should I just not eat until 3 o'clock in the afternoon? What do you think he'd tell you?
I know what he would tell me, but my point is then, do I get off of this thing that's been very beneficial for me for the last, year and a half?
Why don't you just try it for a couple months?
It's quite the change right before swimsuit season.
I mean, how ready are you?
I'm about as ready as I've ever been.
I feel like I'm
as ready as I've ever been.
I'm ready for swimsuit
This is
season
bulk
right
season.
now. And
You've been through cut season. This is bulk up season.
yeah.
I thought bulk season was a month ago.
No.
Bulk season's right before.
You cut and you look great.
Yep.
So now it's time to
Now
bulk.
it's time to bulk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we're talking 6-7 raw eggs,
Okay.
big protein shake.
I will say this: ever since I got
I
that
don't know about that.
Blackstone, I've been beasting.
Rock does it.
Bro, I am. So I always said if I got rich, I was going to build a Waffle House replica kitchen in my home.
Sure.
Not realizing that all that is a
Blackstone.
yeah Blackstone basically, right? That's all
much-
it needs.
not
It's a
much
big-
to it, yeah.
It's a big griddle. So
A lot of butter
I don't
and
want
a
to brag,
Blackstone.
but I could probably walk into a Wahoo today and cook everything. I'm a freaking beast in that Blackstone.
I believe in
You
you.
see these over easy eggs, Bo. Chef Johnson trying to shame me about not flipping him the other day. Flipping him easy now. Getting better. Every single time we hit the stone, we're getting
Flip
better.
these.
Exactly. But is there a weird supplement zeitgeist going on around amongst the fellas now, though? Because the
What?
boys group chat yesterday was dominated by talk of supplements and AG1, and then this thing you should pair with AG1, and everybody needs to be taking creatine every day, and actually there's some research that maybe this Ozempic stuff is actually kind of healthy for you, blah, blah, blah. It just is, are y'all seeing that in
There's
y'all's?
a lot of peptide talk out there.
Yeah, a lot of peptide talk.
Like even
Everybody talking about how
NFL,
peptides make them feel like superheroes.
even retired NFL. I got a email the other day from ex NFL whatever that was
too.
here's a menu of peptides to
Yeah.
order from. A lot of them.
And then I've been on these lion mane mushrooms. Things are great. Feel sharp. Chest elo up. We're almost at 900 again on 5-minute blitz, boys.
Just eat your protein, bud.
What?
That's
Eat your
all I'm
protein in
asking.
the morning.
Just
get
eat
your
some protein in the morning.
In the morning. I can't do it at night.
After your workout.
It doesn't feed my body
Within
still?
30 minutes of your workout.
Your body right now is
This
just
is science
begging.
from 25 years ago that you're all talking about. How do y'all know this is still accurate? Mr. Science guys over here.
Okay, Mr. Don't eat till 3.
I mean, I have a mirror. Like,
How stupid is that?
Like, it works.
Yeah, but you eat healthy.
Yes.
I eat okay, but I also kind of eat what I want. So, like, you know, yeah, you're not doing the intermittent fasting thing because you eat healthier, so that's where you're getting it from. I kind of need the intermittent fasting thing.
Ate healthier?
I mean, look, again, I don't eat awful though, right? Like
you really don't. You binge every.
But yeah, I
once
do
in a
binge.
while.
I do binge, and on the weekend, yes. So like all bets are off on the weekend generally. You know.
Yeah.
You will catch me slamming a sausage, bacon, egg, avocado, and cheese croissant every Saturday.
Look, and it's okay.
Or at Simple
it's okay
Joe's
to binge.
banging
Like when I go on this cruise,
biscuits and
I'm going ham. Now I'm going to work out.
Hell yeah!
But I'm also going to try to gain 8 pounds on this cruise. Let's see what we can do here.
I would shake it up, man. A year and a half's a long time out. You want some
I've been on it for a long time.
You want gastrointestinal flexibility. You want to be able to do a lot of different things.
I have.
You want to be able to go keto, then eat bad, then intermittent fast, and crush some protein in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, that is kind of how I've
You need to
always
be
been
flexible,
with
bud.
working out. Is I like shift every few months.
Yeah. Shock the body.
What he said.
I mean, honestly, I have been thinking a lot about the not drinking the protein after workout, and it is bumming me out. So maybe.
All right. So
maybe y'all have convinced me.
This is now 3 former athletes, us 2 enduring, that have tried to tell you.
Think about it this way: you're not eating food; just get a protein shake in.
Yeah.
Just mix it with some water.
No, I know, but like, on the intermittent fasting, like
the
the AG1's allowed,
Just
coffee's allowed.
Even a Fairlife protein, it's basically just milk, but it's got still 42 grams of protein in it.
Yeah, you get
just filtered milk.
Yeah, bud.
Yeah, I mean, I got a big old bin of powder that I'm loving. So
throw that in your coffee. Loophole.
Yep.
I got the lion's mane in here. I don't want my coffee to taste like chocolate. I just make a shake. Also, I think that like the texture of a protein shake is one of my favorite things in the world. Just like water, ice, the powder. Maybe throw a date in there.
I like the little cinnamon powder. A little cinnamon.
Throw a little date in there
for you.
Throw maybe throw some
anti-inflamm.
peanut butter in there. Very good.
There's like dietitians listening to this right now, like punching the wall. Like,
Why?
These guys don't know.
That's fine, but I don't care. Like it works. Yep. It works for us.
If you are a dietitian, let me know. Are they right? Does the science still say that I need that protein intake 30 minutes afterwards, or it's doing nothing for me? Like, am I drinking protein shakes at night now for no? Am I drinking protein shakes at night for no reason? Am I feeding my body at all?
I didn't say it's doing nothing for you.
Well,
but your muscles crave that protein.
You kind of implied.
I'm going to see if I can get the LSU dietitian on the phone.
Good, I'd love it.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd love it. But are y'all noticing that there is a kind of a maybe it's because we're just getting older, and like I'm sure the young guys aren't talking about it, but it's because we're getting older. Then everybody's on this like supplements and peptide train.
I don't know about the peptides. The supplements, like I'm a card carrying member of Meathead Nation, so it's something I
know. Like the peptides, like
lot.
there's a peptide for everything. There's a peptide to like heal your joints. There's a peptide for weight loss. There's a peptide for muscle gain. There's a peptide for like headaches. There's all sorts of different types of peptides that attack something different.
Can I make
I think they can also make you feel like poo-poo.
Can I make my nipples smaller with a peptide? Because they've been showing up a lot lately, and I'm becoming self-conscious about them like I used to be in junior high.
I'm sure the tech is out there.
Is anybody else ever self-conscious about their nipples growing up?
Just tape them.
I joke you not.
No Band-Aid?
In junior high, I really thought about it. I never quite went through with it, but I used to think all the time whether or not I should tape my nipples down.
I mean, we've been in a pool before. We've been in a shower. I've never noticed, been like, wow, look at those.
No, they're not, which I do appreciate. They're not like
we've
a
all
large.
three showered in the same room.
They're not like a large areola, but they're a bit pokey. They're a bit pokey.
Even like when you're warm?
Even when I'm warm. I mean, I bet you look, even back far enough, they're just always kind of are. Now they're sensitive and they feel good because of that, but I don't know. You said there was a peptide for everything.
You did say that.
They're sensitive and they're growing a little bit.
They're not growing.
Something's going on with T-Bub.
No, they're not. Yeah. They're not. It's the. I forgot to tell you, I've also been taking estrogen. I kind of zigged where everybody zagged. Everybody's going to tell you, T, you need testosterone. No. You need estrogen to become a more complete human being.
That explains it.
Yes, exactly.
I did not know that.
You know?
It's science.
That is science.
Yeah, I don't like your carbon dating science. I'm into meathead science.
Mm-hmm.
Again, let me know if it's right.
It is.
I will actually say now, if I am severely limiting the benefits of the protein that I'm intaking, I'm open to change. I'm open to change. Because honestly, I do feel so freaking hungry by 3:30 in the afternoon in carpool. Oh my God. There's nothing better than that when that sandwich hits my lips when I get home.
Because your body's searching.
Yeah, exactly.
Then it's having to probably take away from your muscle.
Guys, I'm not pregnant. Not pregnant.
I'll say
Relax.
I'm at 99.9% sure we are accurate on this protein.
Yeah.
But I'm 100% sure that you do need to get a liquid hydration drink mix in. Before,
like a MyHigh.
During and after.
So I do right after, generally. I should do more. I do right after, though.
You should do before.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Before I drink a little
hyperhydration. We'll preload the electrodes.
Yeah.
Interesting, especially on today, like we do hot belts, like a hot room, just really sweat.
You got to think like you're losing as you work out, right?
Yeah.
So if you like spike your electrolyte levels before you start losing, then you don't like hit those.
Okay.
You don't hit those caves.
Okay.
You
Good
don't
to know.
you don't hit those valleys.
Again, guys, if you've never used MyHigh, it is not only delicious, it has a 0-calorie option, which is one that I enjoy. You can go with whatever one you want, though. It is delicious. But again, the fact that it is a liquid is such a hidden benefit because it's so easy to mix. You can just dump it in whatever and shake it up. It's not like the powder where it's going to like coat the side, get clumpy, gather on the bottom. Very evenly distributes through osmosis.
Mm-hmm. And if you're a meathead, you can just take it straight to the dome.
You could. I've never done that.
Yeah.
Oh, I do it all the time.
The thing about that is, though,
it's not recommended, but
I know.
The thing about that
But it
is,
feels
to
good.
me, is that like, because it tastes so good, it's a treat to me. You know, so I don't want to waste it. Like I like getting a big ass water with MyHigh, and I feel like I'm drinking like a Gatorade, but like more healthy. Shout out MyHigh. DrinkMyHigh.com, guys. All right, we're gonna get back more flestering. I want to ask y'all some questions about this Justin Tucker situation, which, we'll get to that.
Off the bench.
Go to Pinnacle Exterior Construction, PECbuilt.com, PECbuilt.com. Pinnacle Exterior Construction, your outdoor construction experts, guys. Look, if you want to make the backyard of your dreams a reality, maybe that's with a pool for summertime. You can be chilling out there, swimming with the kids and the friends and whatnot. Maybe like an outdoor living area, badass outdoor kitchen, TV setups. You can watch all your favorite LSU sports or whoever. The only thing that's not allowed is if you're a Cowboys fan. Sorry, can't do business with you. Just kidding. We actually can.
Oklahoma State Cowboys, not the Dallas.
Yes. Yeah. God, I hate Oklahoma State. But I love Pinnacle.
Really?
No, I don't think about Oklahoma State at all. I don't think about Oklahoma
my
State.
Mike Gundy year.
Look, the bottom line is you want a bigger, better fence. Like I said, anything for your backyard, because we build the spaces, you build the memories. Guys, go look at the gallery online, PECbuilt.com. Just take a second, get on your phone, PECbuilt.com. You're going to be blown away. Pinnacle Exterior Construction.
Need service now? Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram can get you same-day appointments for service, and we offer pickup and delivery of your vehicle from New Orleans to Baton Rouge. If you need sales and service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. I love it. I want some more of it. Welcome back. Okay, guys. So, as I said yesterday, I was listening to a interview with the 3 journalists that work for the major Baltimore newspaper that have been covering the Justin Tucker story. And I'm not going to lie, like I said, it's going to be real hard for him to beat these allegations. It's been a lot of multiple different massage therapists coming up with the exact same stories, despite not having. So specifically, they talk about some details that was revealed in the 3rd article that they purposely held back in the first 2 to see if other people would kind of corroborate them independently, and they did. So it looks really bad for Tucker. He almost, again, it's alleged, but he almost certainly did this. Now, to be fair to him, he's not going to face.
So it's just a court of public opinion?
Apparently statute of limitations, but even without it, again, civil, criminal charges would be very hard to win. So I don't think he's good. But then it's the NFL thing, right? The NFL's not beholden to law. They don't have to be.
No. They make up their own,
yes,
kind of their rules. However they see something, they'll be like, okay, it's honestly, it's not the same. So I don't want to be disrespectful to any victims, but it's kind of the same thing. You can be fined for something you did in a game, even if it doesn't get penalized. They can do what they want if you don't get penalized.
Yes.
In a courtroom.
It is the same.
Same thing. That's what they can do.
So, and again, you look at Deshaun Watson was at 6 games that he got originally, then maybe the entire year. So I guess that's kind of the precedent in this situation. Again, I can't imagine that the Ravens bring him back. I guess the other thing to note is that these are not this is not where Bob Kraft was going to get his massages in Florida. That is a place where that's why you're there. They just understood. Tucker was allegedly going to, the nicest bodywork institutions in the city.
Yeah.
And doing some crazy stuff. And again, I know this is an issue that is infused with a lot of seriousness, right? But some of the details I heard just blew my mind. Such as, so he would specifically go to get like his inner thigh, lower pelvis worked on, because he's a kicker, of course, right?
Sure.
But then the masseuses report, multiple ones independently report, that he would have an erection the entire time. Would not stop, which is incredibly rare. And I have questions, was he taking medicine beforehand? Like, did he pop a Blue Chew? Can he naturally just do that? I don't know. Very, very impressive in a stamina standpoint, but the entire time for an hour straight. And here's the weirdest detail. They say he would keep his eyes open and stare at you in the eye for an hour as he's rocked up and you're working his groin. I mean, my guy was really freaking people out. I cannot imagine. Like, you don't even have the decency to close your eyes or you're going to make somebody that uncomfortable? I had a substitute teacher back and they used to tell me the eyes are the windows to the soul. And this man was straight up trying to look in your soul while he was, like, passive-aggressively rubbing his phallus on you. Just weird. Just weird. Weird all around. The eye thing, man. I can't stop thinking about the eye thing.
Yeah, because you're not somebody that looks people in the eyes already. So can you imagine for like an hour?
No. No, not at all.
I can't stop thinking about your substitute teacher dropping some like hard truth bombs on you.
Yeah,
like,
it was great.
That's not the sub's job.
It was great. Eyes are the windows. Eyes are the windows to the soul.
Like, that's the real teacher's job.
Yeah, you're there to fill in.
You're just
pal.
fill in. Don't scare a kid. Goodness.
Yeah. So he's probably cooked.
Minus the probably.
Yeah, minus probably.
I mean, I would say all kickers are head cases. All of them.
True.
The ones I played with.
It seems like the one that wasn't was just a creep, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the crazy thing, right? He's known for like opera and like being funny and like charitable stuff around the city. Like even the journalists are talking about, even though this has been kind of known because there's been like a lot of internet buzz that now you've gone back and you can see for years.
Yeah.
It was not known publicly at all. Like the journalists themselves had no idea. It was I think it was a random X post that was the first kind of shovel in this hole that they would continue to dig up. Hours straight though. And you're taught in masseuse school that like, yeah, it might happen, but it's rare, but it never stays like that. That's just crazy. Just crazy. If you want that to be you, minus making people feel uncomfortable, you go to yourgoodwood.com. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. You are suffering from ED. You don't have to be. Now, you should not use these powers for evil, okay? Use them for good. Would. Go to Your Goodwood today. And look, we talked a lot about tea today. Maybe you're low T. You want to get some tea treatments? We got you. Maybe you want to explore some penile enhancement. You just feel like maybe you're losing your hair. The point is, like, as we age, there are treatments. We can fight against it. Like, we can age gracefully and powerfully. And that's what we're going to do here in 2025. We're going to stop being embarrassed. We're going to act. We're going to reach our full potential by taking the first step. Go to yourgoodwood.com.
Question about his future, going back to Justin Tucker.
Yes.
He is maybe the greatest kicker of all time. He had fallen off, though. I mean,
he stunk this year.
Yeah, he did. He's done, right?
Like I said, they're head cases.
Yeah, another opportunity, but with all of this, and Watson's the case that we use because he had a similar situation, but because he was really good, he still got a huge deal. And it wasn't just the Browns. I mean, the Saints were in on Deshaun Watson as well. But still, like, with it being a kicker, like, his career is over, right?
Let me ask you this. So if the statute of limitations hadn't passed, based on the story you just told us, what was the charges?
No, so that is the thing. There still are not any. The journalists were saying that it is still a very tough thing to prosecute legally.
But it's something that they wanted because they had to go through this with him. They wanted to be like, hold up, like, I'm not trying to get any money. I just want everybody to know this is what.
Well, yeah, it's a classic situation where everybody thinks, oh, maybe it just happened to me,
right?
And then you see, oh wait, no, this happened to other people. And look, and again, I know I made light of it because we joke about things on the show, but like it deeply affected a lot of these women. Some of them stopped massage therapy altogether.
Yeah,
it's also like inherently disrespectful of body therapy. Like just because you like that's a real science, a real health. I mean, y'all were in the NFL. You see how many guys get body work constantly to play longer and to recover faster. Like, so to sexualize it in that way is pretty demeaning.
There's people that spend a lot of money to be able to make sure that their body is exactly right as they head into the season. I had never done any of this kind of stuff, and I remember I got to API in Arizona, man, and we thought Dr. Bankston had heavy hands. No, this guy did.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a different
more
type.
than Foxy?
It's a different type. Who?
Was it Charles Fox? Was it Charles Fox? Am I making that up? The Fox who used to scrape us down?
Yeah. I know. Yeah, on Thursdays, right?
Yeah, the Jack dude.
Yeah. I was kind of same situation. Okay. And so, like, look, it's not fun. It is not one of those massages where, like, you hear the music and you're calming. No. It's to get your body where it needs to be. So to T's point, like, that's a profession. Like, that is what they're there to do. They're not there to get Justin Tucker staring at them in the eye for an hour.
Rocked up. Crazy. And then they said that they would come back in the room after it was done and he had left. And there would be a puddle on the table. I mean, come on, dude.
Oh, boy.
What are you, an animal? Okay. You can't even wait till you get home? Yeah.
Oh,
man. Weird story.
Well, that part's weird.
But speaking of, like, I mean, to your point, Jake, about the body work, I mean, Crystal Poche made me feel significantly better, incredible. But there was also some of the, I would have literal adrenaline spikes because of how intense this body work was at times.
Hey, you and I both, like, we've gone to the same person. And, like, last year during baseball season, coaching youth baseball, like, I would not have been able to stand up if it wasn't for it. Like, Crystal completely changed me, like, and Matt, certainly somebody that goes to her as well. Like, it's something that as former athletes, like, we still need to this day.
Yeah. So,
Matt's never coming back now. We've made him uncomfortable.
No, I'm not uncomfortable. Just.
Did you used to get body work when you were in the league?
Oh yeah.
Whoa, relax. Okay. Jeez, guy.
Well, yeah. When I was with the Jets for like 3 weeks or whatever.
You had a man bun.
I did have a man bun and a sweet stash.
You were ahead of the time on the stash, ahead of the curve.
Let's see. I got there. I was rehabbing a hamstring when they signed, and they had a massage therapist there that would work in the training room, and she'd get on the ground and use her feet only, and it was like the most unbelievable.
Wait, hold on. How's this work? She would stand on top of you?
No. It wasn't like one of those stand on top.
Yeah.
So she would get on the ground with you, and like you'd roll, like get on the side, and like she would. Sit there
so y'all would both be laying on the ground.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
She would be sitting or whatever. Like, it was the first time, and it was incredible. It was like she could hurt you with those.
I have had a tiny little woman run all over my back before, and that is a funny experience. That does feel very good. Where they stand up and they're holding on the handlebars above you, like pop, 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 pop. Looking like feel like Fred Flintstone up there.
Yep. No, massage and dry needling probably gave me 3 extra years.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Playing.
I bet.
Dry needling for sure.
I was going to say, anytime you have like a muscle spasm or like something's completely locked up, you get some dry needling, it's going to unlock you.
Like, I always, like, the fight that I always have internally when I think about my career is I did some really dumb stuff to be able to be on the field as far as injections and Toradol and all that stuff. And I always fight, like, if I would have taken better care of myself, could I have played 8 years? But then I'm like, if you wouldn't have done that stuff, you might have played 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the internal battle of, okay, well, did you do what you had to do? It's like, I couldn't have just sat there and not done it.
Livers regenerate. right?
You definitely.
Toradol is a hell of a thing.
Mine was Indocin.
Indocin? What's that? Is that like a Toradol? It's like a pain medication? Never heard of Indocin.
Everybody, I mean, look, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not telling on anybody. Everybody knows it's public knowledge. Everybody does Toradol a little bit different. Didn't really know the effects of Toradol, but I'll be honest with you, I probably do it the same way.
They outlawed before we got to the NFL, they would do the Toradol in the IV fluid.
That's what we did in San Diego.
Did y'all still do it?
Yeah.
Where's the science on? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And like now, there's certain players. I'm not gonna put names. But there's certain players that they didn't want to do that, so they'd get it, like a normal shot, like in their butt cheek after the game. But there were some of us meatheads. Every game I played in San Diego before the game, I got Toradol straight in the IV. That's what the vets did. That's what they did.
The lineman said it made him feel like Superman.
Yeah. So I want to feel like Superman. I've got my hand in the dirt most of this game.
You used to take pain off in Celebrex for every practice, pre-fighting the headache. Where's the science on Celebrex now?
I don't know.
Celebrex is not. I hadn't heard that and thought about Celebrex.
Probably the same thing as what I took when I had my sprained ankle. I took Vioxx.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Anti-inflammatory?
I think some bad studies came out on that later.
Yeah.
No doubt they did. I don't even know, but I know they did.
But my knees were hurting,
Yeah. Celebrex. Orange box.
Don't do drugs.
Unless your doctor tells you to.
Or unless you're trying to get on the football field, then
make a living out of it.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, if you're making a living out of it, then do it.
Mm-hmm.
More OTB coming up next. It's a healthy cough.
Off the bench.
Hey guys, want to remind you about our friends at Pelican Roof. If you're in Lafayette or Baton Rouge and you need a roof, go with the guys that have been around for over a decade, okay? Now, again, this is commercial or residential. We can handle any size job anywhere. And now we have some brand new financing options available where you can keep the cost low, but you still get that Pelican quality, okay? 0% APR finance for up to 21 months for qualified applicants. But the Pelican quality is what I like to highlight because that's how they won that Better Business Bureau Integrity Award. It's because every single customer is treated as an individual. Every job is given individual focus and care. Dedicated project manager on every single job. They have employees dedicated every single step along the way from answering phones all the way through cleanup. Go to PelicanRoof.com.
Yeah, when you go to the website, you'll see that there's two different locations, right? Lafayette and Baton Rouge. And so they're not just driving from Baton Rouge to Lafayette, Lafayette to Baton Rouge. They have offices in both cities. They are ready to work for you. Go to the website, find that contact information. That is PelicanRoof.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years.
Trio Williams lived down a dirt road. He made homemade wine like nobody I know. I dropped by one Friday night and said, "Can you help me, Creole? I got a little girl waiting on me and I want to treat her right." He said,
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Little boner on the table.
Oh my God!
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
All right.
I couldn't help it. Just once.
It wasn't just once.
What? Kind of was.
Kinda?
Yeah.
How do you kinda?
Yeah, I'm saying it was. Oh, you're saying Tucker
Yeah.
wasn't just.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I thought you were talking about my references. Anyway, yeah, I'm an idiot. Good joke. I missed it. Right over my head. Matt, how about your boy Aaron Rodgers, dude? Huh? This is my favorite game to play during flustering.
How's my
It's
boy?
like
Aaron
just
Rodgers?
throw-
Just throw
week.
Aaron Rodgers out there and be like, huh? How about that? How about that?
How about
latest,
that
huh?
guy? Huh?
Well, he's probably just living his life.
Where's he going? Do you know yet?
The Saints.
Would y'all pay Matthew Stafford $50 million a year if you were the Rams?
50?
That's what he wants.
No.
I don't know. What's the going rate?
About $50 million a year for a quarterback of his caliber. That's a very fair price.
what he did in the past?
What does Carr make?
What's the 15th best?
40.
And that's 18th in the NFL. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I mean,
don't base your smart decisions
Jake,
off
you
Derek
have good
Carr.
you have good salary cap websites. Check the quarterbacks. Yeah, like what's 15th?
Okay.
Because Stafford's definitely top 10. Is he top 5?
No.
He's
No, but he is top 10.
7, 8, maybe.
I mean, he gets further away from.
He was pretty damn good last year.
He was for sure.
Very
I love
close to an
Stafford.
NFC Championship.
Stafford's the
Get
man.
Wi-Fi.
No Wi-Fi.
Tay, do you have a good
Spinning.
do you have a good salary cap website? Maybe spotrack.com?
Oh, I've got it. It's just it's coming. All right, so we're
that's
going.
that's a lot of state taxes right there.
All right, so if we're going
LA.
quarterback,
About 26.
oof, you're going to pay more than you make, and that's truth. Matthew Stafford right now is 15th in
Nailed it.
in value.
Okay,
Now,
so how much is he making
average-
right now?
Let's go to average salary though. So per year, he would actually be at $40 million.
So he's at $40 million right now,
So I'm
and
gonna
that's
give you-
15th.
Well, it's me in the
So
middle.
what would
Let's
what
be
would
in the middle?
what would
I'm going to
eight-
give you. I'm going to give you. Here's the average salary per year at the quarterback position. Dak Prescott number 1 at $60 million.
Sure.
Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence tied at second at $55 million. Actually, Jordan Love is tied with them as well, $55 million. Tua Tagovailoa, $53.1 million. Jared
Damn.
Goff, $53 million. Justin Herbert, 52.5. Lamar Jackson,
That sucks.
52. Jalen Hurts, 51. Kyler Murray, 46.1. Deshaun Watson, 46. Patrick Mahomes, 45. Kirk Cousins, 45. Josh Allen, 43. Matthew Stafford, 40. Derek Carr, 37.5. Same as Aaron Rodgers.
It's kind of funny that Patrick Mahomes is technically doing the Tom Brady thing, but it's still $45 million a year. Like not at all
Brady's
maximizing
making
his
like
value.
$14 million a year. at
No,
one
I know,
point.
but he's not maximizing his value. At the time, wasn't the big money for quarterbacks like $25 million a year when Brady was doing the 14 thing?
Yeah.
Whatever, though. So, obviously, Matt Stafford's actual level of play is $50 million.
Yeah. Because what is it? What Jake say? Hurts is 51. Kyler's 46.
Yep.
I mean, if you put him in the middle,
Yeah.
he's kind of right there.
I was just thinking because
tenth highest paid is 46.
Like he has to be paid more than Kyler Murray.
Yeah, he should be 50. So the point is, LA doesn't want to do
Stafford's
this.
going to be 34 when the next season starts. That's part of the equation because the other quarterbacks ahead of him, 31, 26, 24, 25, 26, 29, 25, 26, 24, 24, 26, 24.
Yeah, he's also better than some of the quarterbacks ahead of him, too, though. Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Love. I mean,
people spent like money on those guys like
obviously
too early.
Yeah, you would take him over Dak, Tua, Trevor, Kyler. I mean, you take him over a lot of those.
That's what I'm saying.
Last year, total yards, he was 13th in the NFL. Touchdowns, he had 20. That's a low number.
Who do you think his agent is?
Same one that's all the quarterbacks.
Jimmy Sexton.
Jimmy Sexton.
Yeah.
The Shadow Lord.
Jimmy in New Orleans.
So if he was, so it's weird because I do actually believe that both his best chance to win a Super Bowl and LA's best chance is for them to stay together, but I don't think it's going to happen at $50 million a year. So the teams that are rumored to have been reaching out for trades, the Browns, the Raiders, the Steelers, and the Giants have all been connected. The Steelers are the most intriguing prospect there, right?
To Tete's really earlier point, Kyler Murray had more yards and more touchdowns than Matthew Stafford last year.
Kyler Murray.
Which we wouldn't
but
have think.
you would not take Kyler Murray over Matthew Stafford.
Why?
I would not.
Why? He's younger, has more dual threat ability, and threw more touchdowns and more yards.
I know, but Stafford played better down the stretch and won more games.
I think the Rams would make that trade right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, for the youth aspect alone.
Well, that's what we're talking about,
That's
though.
exactly what we're saying.
No, if I'm trying to win next season, I'm the Steelers, I would take Matthew Stafford over Kyler Murray.
But Kyler Murray,
yeah, sure,
like
the Rams
their
would
QBR
love to get.
Was, let's see, the exact same. Murray threw for more yards, more touchdowns, and has escapability.
And what is the win-loss?
Like but Tete, you're shaking your head. But why?
Because
Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp are your receivers. Yeah, pretty good. And Kyron Williams is your running back. Some pretty big help.
And Kyler Murray
has James Conner,
puts up good numbers and collapses down the stretch every year.
Well, I can't help
like
the
they're
video
even
games
playoff
come out.
relevant. I know, it's like Call of Duty.
It's the Cardinals. That's the Cardinals.
Okay, that's fine. Again, I'm just saying, if I'm the Steelers, and you said, okay, I'm trying to maximize my ability to win a Super Bowl next season, would you take Matt Stafford or Kyler Murray? I think I'd take Matt Stafford. He's done it before. I think he hasn't slowed down that much.
I think Matthew Stafford's a really good quarterback. I think he's solid, and I think he's 15th.
Damn. Strong take.
Because okay, I gave all the salaries. Remember, that doesn't mean that there's not quarterbacks beneath him that are better than him. Baker Mayfield, I take Baker over Matthew Stafford right now. I would personally. You got your young cats and Caleb Williams and Bryce Young and Jaden Daniels and Drake May and C.J. Stroud that are all underneath him as well. You would take Caleb Williams.
I would take next year.
You would take Caleb.
I'm talking about next year. This is all short term with Stafford. We're not talking about resetting the franchise.
You would take Stroud, May, and Daniels next year, and if you wouldn't, you're lying to yourself.
Next year,
I would take Daniels next year.
I can't take May.
Yeah, but he wants he's going to get 3 years, 50 maybe at the most. He's not going to get more than that, right?
Every NFL team would take Drake May next year, I think.
I did
trying
not
to win
Drake
for
May
1 year.
Yes,
I wouldn't. Drake May's barely played.
Yeah, I don't know.
If I'm trying to win a Super Bowl next year,
or let's say the next 2 or 3
you better
years.
have, but you better have some really good weapons. Then.
No, I get it
because he's got 2 of the better receivers. He's got one of the better running backs.
Well, they're trying to trade Cup, right?
Yeah.
Trying
to get rid of Cup as well. I mean,
they know they're going to pay Puka Nacua here pretty soon. Like after next year, they're going to pay him and Kyron Williams.
Will they pay him though, or is he a system guy? I mean, isn't that the kind of point with the Rams right now? The game that they can play is that y'all are all just byproduct of McVay's system.
They certainly could.
We can keep getting all these young rookies that end up being really good in the system. I don't know.
Can I give you a random
Bo
bring
Nix,
something
by the
up
way,
from,
would be in that category as well too, of making less.
Take Nix over Stafford. I don't know.
Bo made a run to the playoffs this
Sometimes
year. Down the stretch, he was good. And to your point, Stafford was good.
I fall into this some too, so I'm not saying y'all. I'm saying like I do it too. Like we remember the good times so much. Like Bo Nix had more yards. He had more touchdowns. He has more ability, same thing, to pull the ball down and run. He had a better quarterback rating. And I know that Sean Payton had a lot to do with that, but y'all don't think Sean McVay has a lot to do with
He absolutely does.
Sean McVay's the best play caller in the NFL.
But also, the Rams gave the Eagles the best challenge in the playoffs.
Yeah,
like they were the closest team to
the Rams'
winning.
defense was incredible.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. I don't know. I still think, Matthew Stafford has a Super Bowl under his belt. He's a very winning quarterback. I would take his intangibles over some of the raw numbers for a win now situation. Oh man, we've gone long. Okay, let's go to break. When we get back, close out the hour.
Off the bench.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. DrinkMyHigh.com, drinkmyhigh.com.
Hey, I wanted to bring something up from which I was listening to y'all yesterday, and
we were just
I have a little bit of y'all were just chopping it up. I had a little bit different take than you guys.
Hit me
about this tush push situation.
Hit me.
Oh, he doesn't like the tush push.
I think the tush push should be banned.
Yeah, because you're a part of the Packers propaganda machine.
Oh, look at
continue.
Look at pro sports all over the
obvious.
place. If something chooses to be an unfair advantage, it gets changed. Look at the 2000s when golf courses completely changed the Tiger Proof.
But that's the entire premise of my take is that I don't agree with the unfair advantage.
Here's my take, is that if it doesn't get banned, more people will start implementing it.
Good.
Like the right way, right? And
Good.
so, as a viewer, the play has to be coached correctly. Like everyone, you just can't pick it up and like just hey, get behind him and start putting. It's got to be coached correctly. The technique of the center, so as different coaches from that organization move around, it's going to keep like spreading.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't want to turn on Sunday and watch 16 teams running the tush push every time it's 3rd and 1.
I've been begging for years every time my favorite team has a 4th and inches to just sneak it.
Did I say anything about my favorite team?
No, I'm just saying.
Said I don't want to watch every NFL team doing it.
Look, if
I
that happens,
I don't want every 3rd and 4th and goal from inside the 1 to be a guaranteed touchdown.
If that happens,
and
it becomes widespread, and then it appears more to be like an exploit, then I'll agree with you.
It's going to.
Right now, it feels like
you can nip it in the bud.
Good.
Or we can watch a whole season of it.
Are you saying
I'd
hand
rather
it off
watch
to the
a whole
fullback?
season of it.
I'm saying hand off the fullback.
I'd rather watch a whole season of it. Don't say that just to get Jake on your side. You Packer propaganda promulgating punk.
Drink my high.
Drinkmyhigh.com. Drinkmyhigh.com.
Island Ice Blast.
Tush push, baby. Here to stay.
Off the bench.
Hey, guys. Shout out to our friends at K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. That's K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. It's a little bit of a name change, but same old great K2Z service. In fact, check out this review. 5-star review from Goldie. From our first contact with K2Z Window Treatment, K2Z's window treatment consultant Randy, to the installation of our shades by Corey and his assistant, everyone at K2Z was very professional. Promised time frames were accurate. Installation was done very well, and any concerns were addressed without haggling. That's the beginning and experience you get when you work at K2Z. Take your home to the next level with K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living.
Yeah, go to KTZBlinds.com, see what they can do for you. Have them come out to your home. I promise you they're going to know your space better than you know your space. Your own home, doesn't matter how long you've lived there, in like 5 to 10 minutes. Go to the website today to schedule, KTZBlinds.com.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Wednesday, February 26th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 73. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, 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 yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Oh, what's happening, yo? Welcome in to hour number 3 of OTB. I think a lot. I'm going to wait. We'll wait on the Mary Kate stuff until later in this hour. I think we have to address it because how viral it's gone. Don't really love to address it necessarily because I'm an old man, but we can touch on it in a bit nonetheless. But we were talking Tush Push at the end of that last segment, and I found a fascinating video on Twitter yesterday from NFL Films on the origins of the Tush Push, and it's it's intriguing how it came about. And it's intriguing kind of where the original idea, though I don't know how it got to Nick Sirianni, but it's intriguing where the original idea came from, who it came from. And the odder part than that is, to me, it's something that seems so obvious that I'm surprised that nobody had ever arrived at this a bit sooner, Jake.
Well, I mean, for a while, it was a play that you couldn't have. You couldn't even attempt it. Remember, like, that's why everybody was so mad when Reggie Bush pushed Matt Leinart across the goal line against Notre Dame because.
So what point was that changed though? Because there did used to be a rule that you couldn't push the quarterback, but then it was deemed too hard to enforce.
3 or 4 years, maybe.
So this was a recent rule change that allowed you to push the quarterback.
Because it was after they changed it, right, Jake? After the Bush thing, like you're talking about, because they called it Bush push at that point.
That'd be a little more than 3 or 4 years now at this point, Bob.
No, I think.
I mean, that's
but I'm saying like
2030.
No, I actually think though, like. That the rule went away not that long ago. Maybe it's 5 years, I don't know, but it hasn't been that long. And now because you couldn't aid the runner before, and now you can.
So here's which I mean, you should be able to, in my opinion. Like, football's kind of like rugby. It's a scrum, dude. Freaking push. Like, it was so badass when that Arizona State player suplexed Scadaboo into the end zone.
To your point, like, you can gang tackle the ball carrier.
Yeah,
Why
exactly. Why can't I, gang push him forward? All right, so here is NFL Films on the origin of the Tush Push.
In 2018, while wearing an NFL Films wire, he saw the future.
Anthony Barr. I just think you should put like someone big dude at quarterback and then another big dude right behind him and just
mush them. That's actually very good. There are two big guys right behind him. We just have a double push. My mind was like, quarterback sneak should always work. There's no reason it shouldn't work.
2 seasons later, an Indianapolis Colts offensive coordinator by the name of Nick Sirianni recommended subbing in the team's 238-pound backup quarterback, Jacoby Brissett, to run a sneak.
Good change up here by Nick Sirianni. And Brissett will plow forward and get in for the touchdown.
Sirianni liked what he'd seen. Another year after that, Sirianni's Eagles scored a touchdown on a sneak out of the I formation. Their powerful QB, Jalen Hurts, received a little help from tight end turned fullback Jack Stoll. A push in the tush, if you will. It might have been called the cheeky sneaky, or the derriere over there, but definitely not the moot glutes. They, and the legs beneath them, had been pushing up 600 pounds at the squat rack since college. 6 weeks later, the Eagles timed Dallas Goedert's motion to allow him to give Hurts a brotherly shove.
600 pounds, there are linemen in the NFL can't get close to that.
Come on, Marcus Davenport. How did you not stop that?
Probably injured.
That was him, right? Wasn't that, or was that Granderson?
No, it says Davenport. I have it
I'm saying it was probably injured, though. You know,
Oh,
not
yeah,
full
true.
Going through some stuff.
Yeah, how about Anthony Barr sitting there on the sideline, accidentally saw the future and just was like, oh, wait, why don't anybody do this? Because he's right. Like, that is what every football fan has ever thought growing up on any 4th and inches play is just sneak it. Like, how could a quarterback sneak not work? On NCAA, if I have 4th and inches, I QB sneak it. And it works 9 times out of 10.
You don't fullback dub?
I used to.
You played Air Force.
No,
so-
I used to. It gets stopped too much compared to the sneak.
Bad fullback.
Yeah. Well, no. I severely misrecruited my fullback position. Not good.
So the only thing that to argue, because it feels like it's unstoppable, we'll go back to our point from yesterday. Jalen Hurts is the perfect quarterback to do this. Like, you're not going to do it with Patrick Mahomes. You're not going to do it with Joe Burrow. You're not going to do it with, Kyler Murray's probably not going to do this. You're not going to do it with Jordan Love, Tua Tagovailoa. I just don't think those quarterbacks so it is a skill set that Jalen Hurts has.
Again, it's just a thing where if the future does come to pass, like Matt's talking about, where every team has this package in and we're just moving Jordan Mailata, right? No, I don't know. You're just moving you don't want to take him out of line, but you're just moving whoever, the big guy on your team, the most powerful linebacker, something like that. If you're moving him into quarterback, everybody's doing this. It's everywhere. It's widespread. Well, yes, then it becomes an exploit.
Yeah.
And then I'm willing to entertain the conversation. For now, it seems like a skill specific to Jalen Hurts that other teams are not willing or are unable to recreate. And so, yeah, I'm gonna I'm not gonna overreact to that. Also, the Eagles' offensive line is awesome. Look what happened. Again, I know we keep
There's
using
that
this
portion
example,
of it too, yeah.
But look what happened to the Bills' offensive line when they tried this against Kansas City and Chris Jones and company. They got stonewalled.
Yeah.
So, and that's a big quarterback. So yeah, I definitely see what Matt's getting. Although I don't know if I'd be as upset by it anyway, because if it becomes that widespread, eventually, unless it's just impossible to stop, right? Eventually, somebody's maybe going to figure out some way of counterbalancing it.
He's just mad because he doesn't get that cheap 1-yard touchdown pass on 246, 247 UConn.
Why don't you just do exactly. Little play action. Why don't you? That's actually the only touchdown I ever caught in practice as a fullback.
Yeah.
246, just out in the flat.
Yeah, they always forget about you, Bo.
Why don't you reverse tush push them, and you do the same exact thing?
On D-line?
Line up a massive guy at the point of attack, and everybody get behind him and literally rugby him against him.
Yeah.
Just go full scrum.
You could. You'd have to set the edge so they didn't just try to go around the corner.
I mean, but that's football, right? That's the game you play.
Yeah.
You're trying to stop this thing. Well, it's a play action, or they don't actually run it. Okay, well, yeah, I don't know.
Like, you would have trouble running that play against the Eagles' defensive front,
Yeah. I'd say
Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. Yeah.
Yes. You put those two and line up behind them and have Zach Bond pushing them. Yes, that would be very, very tough to stop. Cortland Jacobs says, yeah, but it's 3 additional guys in the offense. How so? What do you mean? I don't see how that would be. I don't see how that would be the case. I mean, like quarterback's bulk. I don't know. No, I don't think so. Anyway. Shout out to Tush. Hey, guys, if I was going to ask you who the current college football coaches are that have won national championships, who would you say?
You've got Ryan Day.
Yep.
Dabo Swinney.
Yep.
Kirby Smart.
Kind of a slim list, eh? Also, you know what's deeply funny about that to me?
Champion of Fireball.
Well, yeah, I saw that too. Kirby calling Johnny Manziel champion of Fireball. Which I'll say this on the Johnny Manziel front. Not wrong, Curbs. But in that clip, he has Joe Burrow, Cam Newton, Johnny Manziel, and
Bryce Young
up there. He's talking about what do these guys have in common. And he's thinking they had a good day against Georgia. Everybody's like, Heisman. He's like, oh, yeah, well, actually, yeah. I'm like, well, duh, Curb. But like quarterback, Heisman, had a good day against Georgia, whatever. Manziel's name comes up. He goes, champion of what? Champion of Fireball. But here's the thing about Johnny Manziel. In a twisted logic way, what he did was almost more impressive than those other guys because those other guys committed their life to being that good. Like they worked their ass off. They were in the film room constantly. They were doing everything they could to make sure that they were prepared. Johnny Manziel would just show up and play after a night of drinking. 0 film review. 0 game planning.
Yeah.
It's actually insane that he could win a Heisman and go 11-2 while going out where just living however he wanted. I mean, my man gets to the NFL and his iPad tells his bosses he hasn't even cracked open the film. Do you know how much unbelievable natural backyard ability you have to have for that to be the case? It's actually more impressive than what Cam Newton did.
It's impressive. I mean, not smart, but it's impressive.
No, it's dumb.
Like imagine if you just like did a little work and
not Johnny, couldn't it be me?
Read it, some coverages.
Nah. Imagine if I just got the ball, did a little dipsy-do, a little spinny spin, and then I throw a touchdown to Mike Evans. That's way tighter and way easier. I don't have to work nearly as hard in the offseason.
I don't really know how, I guess it's the Browns, but I'm sitting here thinking, like, how did they not, at the Combine, which is now, started this week, when he got on the board, how much football did he know?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, maybe that's one of the reasons why he started the fall, though. You know, because like he did.
Still a first rounder, right?
No, for sure.
Yeah, where'd he go? Like
20-something.
27.
But he was at risk of falling out the first round, and then he texted the Browns and was like, hey, take me. I promise you won't regret it. And I think the owner was like, you know what? We're actually going to do this.
Yeah.
And then maybe overrode the GM.
Because I can tell you just from, playing running back, fullback, like Jack Del Rio, when he was the head coach of the Jags, he grilled me for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
At the Combine about what I knew, my favorite run plays, coverages, blitz pickup. And I was a running back that was probably going to play fullback. And the head coach of the Jags is out there like, what if I do this? What if I bring this guy? What if this guy drops down the box? For 30 minutes. So that's on the Browns too.
I know. No, I know. I mean, again, maybe that's why he started to. I mean, but it's crazy. My man completed over 70% of his passes his senior year, and this wasn't just dump offs and whatnot. You all see Shedeur and Cam Ward arguing about that. Cam Ward was clowning Shedeur, saying like, "Oh man, like all you do is dump it off. That's why your completion percentage is so high. If I did that, I complete 80% of my passes, blah, blah, blah." Only for the advanced stats to actually show that they pretty much pushed the ball downfield at the same rate. But I just like seeing these two cats work out together and like actively talking crap to each other as they're trying to be the number 1 and 2. As they're competing for being the number 1 pick in the draft. Ava says, how did Jamarcus go number 1? Because he could get on a knee at the 50 and throw it to the goalpost.
And Jay Russ actually knew football. Like Jimbo had him trained up and ready to go. It's just once he got to the NFL, and remember Lane Kiffin was his head coach. Wildly enough to think about that, like he didn't continue that. But Jay Russ knew football because you couldn't play quarterback for Jimbo and not know football. Like, he was grilling you all the time. Like, his meetings before we got on the bus, to this day, still the most intense meetings I'd ever been a part of. Say a wrong answer before you get on the bus to go to the stadium with Jimbo.
What would he do?
Oh, whisper sweet nothings to you.
Talk about he wish your parents never met.
Stuff like that, yeah.
You want to hear something very funny? So you all know how I was conceived, right? I'm a lab rat.
Yeah. A little test tube, baby.
I was spilt into a Dixie cup at a La Quinta Inn. And transported to a laboratory where I was injected into my mother. And apparently, in the interim period, when they're waiting on the fertilization, they went to the movies. And I asked my dad what movie they saw. And he said it was Good Morning Vietnam. So here I am, out here in my own Vietnam, swimming for my life, trying to make it to the top of Hamburger Hill, fighting off other sperms left and right. And they're just sitting here chilling, watching Robin Williams.
It's a good movie.
It's a radio movie.
Yeah.
So how about that?
Who, like, the canon knew.
God, the idea of that's just deeply funny to me. Swimming for my literal life, and they're just relaxing.
La Quinta, how's La Quinta come into this? Why the La Quinta?
To, I think, give it some semblance of a classic reproduction. I think some coitus would have been involved. Into a pull-out. Into being spun up. And re-injected.
Classic.
Good morning, Baton Rouge. To be fair, though, I guess the odds are in my favor, right? Because the spinning process eliminated a lot of the sperm.
Like the Hunger Games.
That's what I'm saying. They were already gone. All them.
You're Katniss.
But, I mean, I guess it would have been the majority female sperm, because that's the whole point, though. So, really,
I don't know.
I was fighting even stronger sperm, you know? Physiologically dominant male sperm. I won that race, though, boys. Couldn't stop me. Here I am.
And you look as A-Bear as any A-Bear.
True.
Yeah.
I've actually never seen Good Morning Vietnam.
That doesn't surprise me.
You do have like a movie blind spot on like a lot of like the classics.
From like 1985 to 1995, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was born in 1989, guys.
I've seen Good Morning Vietnam.
I was born in 85, and I've seen all the movies that we talk about.
That's true.
I blame the canon a little bit on this. Maybe, actually, I don't think it's the canon's fault. I think more Teresa.
Pierce Lee, may the eggs be ever in your favor. Exactly. Exactly. That was me. Oh, man. What do you think it was like, though, for all of us, when it was down to you and that last other sperm? Had to be intense. I mean, you've just watched, what, millions of your compatriots die beside you in this race, and then it's just down to a 1v1? 1v1, winner gets to live? Are you kidding me?
You were Jon Snow basically at the beginning of this in the Battle of the Bastards.
Hell yeah.
It was just you and a sword.
All of us, really. You know? Credit to us.
Yeah, but you won.
We all did. That's what I'm saying. We all started out as winners. I made it. And then you step inside the egg and you're just like, oh. It's like a healing chamber. Dead bodies just strewn behind you. Getting taken out by like white blood cells and stuff left and right. Getting gummed up, stuck in a canyon or something. But you made it. Congrats to us, guys. Congrats to us.
Well, more you, not us. There was not an us. There was just you.
No, again, but we all got born, so we all won this race.
True. True,
you know?
true. I thought you were talking about your experience.
No.
Yeah,
we all had to survive this race to life. Unbelievable.
Chris said the mushrooms are hitting a little bit different this AM.
The linesman,
Yeah.
for sure, no doubt. Feeling great.
No, you are talking about. I think
I'm actually feeling great to head over to Elite right after this and go to get my shoulder worked on finally, because this thing is dead.
Yeah, I'm intrigued with what they're going to say you got, because you got a little frozen shoulder situation. I think.
I know.
It's what it's called.
I'm not getting
Frozen
surgery either. I can't.
Shoulder. I think it's
Can't
actually
do
like that's the term.
I can't do it. All right.
Moose, you think you are going to have the same conversation in the afternoon?
No.
Nope.
No. I put that as at a less than 0% chance.
They had it yesterday.
Yeah, true.
It would
I wonder
make
if our
sense for
race
Matt
to
to do it 2 days in a row.
What if our race to fertilization all like kind of was represented by our like favorite hobbies and interests? So for Moose, it's like maybe like a massive baseball game or a home run derby or like a run around the bases. He got there first, slides into the egg.
Yeah. I mean, mine's pretty simple. It was a 4th and 1.
Yeah, straight up.
Had to get in.
Straight up. Had to bust through.
Yeah. I don't know what Tay-Tays would be.
Bust through. What would
Some pretty dark stuff, probably. You know, I mean.
He does love horror movies, to be fair.
does.
So maybe it was like a giant like Jason sort of situation where everybody's being eliminated one by one.
But I don't.
Only for Taylor to reveal that he's the killer at the end.
It's probably not that. I didn't always love horror movies. It's something that kind of came about. I feel like it's got to be something like you've always loved, right?
Energy drinks.
No, didn't drink those growing up either.
Taylor's is just a bunch of little sperms slamming monsters and then hopping into like big trucks and just racing, truck nuts on every single one of them and just racing into the egg, trying to get there. Shotguns, boots. Taylor's has like a little bit of a what's the old Death Race? It's like a redneck version of Death Race.
Yeah, that is the Burt Reynolds movie. Where was that? Not Smokey and the Bandit, but Cannonball Run.
Smokey and the Bandit's him, too.
No, Cannonball Run. Yeah, I've heard of Cannonball Run. I've never seen it, but I know it's a similar situation.
But yeah,
that's what we're talking about here.
Allergies. Anyway,
all right.
That's what the Osmosis Jones sequel should be. Insemination Jones. We'll work on the title, but like, there's something. All right, we got to go to break. We'll get back more.
Off the bench.
Go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. Taylor's just blasting Eric Church as he runs over 18 of his potential brother and sisters. Go to All-Star if you want to get that big old truck. You always win the race when you work with All-Star, whether you're getting a Tundra, Sienna, Tacoma, RAV4. Doesn't matter. Selection is second to none. You go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. You can search the inventory by make and model, keyword, budget. Guys, I cannot tell you enough, too, to explore the hybrid options. Yeah, you don't want to, you can go fully EV if you want, certainly, right? But like, you got to sit there and charge the car. A hybrid's the best of both worlds. You save money, get a ton out of your gas. Super easy, super chill. All-Star Toyota.
Go to the website today. Check out what you can do. Buying new, leasing, and renting. Everything is available. You'll see it right there on the homepage, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Family-owned and community-driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac.
Welcome back to the 9th-ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench.
Turn it up, Moose. Turn it up a little bit.
T-Bob, who is this?
This is you right after you reach the egg, cracking open an ice cold one.
Yeah, but like, who is this?
Eric Church.
Close.
Not
Somebody,
close.
well, no,
That's
let
not
me hear.
close at all.
Let me hear.
I'm getting there. Close on the list of singers that I like.
Oh, this is... Corey Thompson.
This is Luke Combs.
Oh, damn it.
It's my guy.
I prefer Jake Brush myself.
Not bad.
Yeah, that works.
All right, so the whole point of all of that was who's going to be the next college football coach to claim a national championship.
That was the whole point of that.
That is where we started.
Hold on. I asked in the break.
That is where we started.
Hell we even got on that topic.
He did ask Jake
because I was thinking
how many coaches have won.
I was thinking of dreams being born. Ryan Day, he finally did it.
He did.
He finally reached the egg.
Well, okay, yeah.
I mean, if the crystal ball is a better egg than the current trophy.
God, I miss the crystal ball so
I miss
much.
the crystal ball too.
Yeah.
Also, how appropriate
screw
that
something up that
Ryan
bad,
Day and Sirianni win it in the same year?
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
Just
two,
like they're both
hated on
wildly
coaches.
successful
Yes,
and their fan
yes.
bases hate them.
Now, what's really crazy to think about is Ohio State's going to have a very good chance of winning again next year, right?
Julian Sayan's supposed to be really good.
Exactly. And if he does, then all of a sudden Ryan Day's tied with Kirby and Dabo. And it's like, oh, wait, what the hell? This guy that was to be fired a year and a half ago is now like unquestionably maybe the best. So whatever. That's,
Yeah.
Again, out of the three guys that have it, they should all be great next year. Clemson looks better than they're going to be in years. Georgia, of course, is Georgia. And Ohio State should be awesome again. But then the question becomes, who are the next biggest contenders to get that first natty? And ESPN.com did a really good article on this. I'll give you their tier one grouping. Brian Kelly's not in their tier one grouping. Even though I think, you could maybe put him in there, given that next year I think LSU has a real chance. Steve Sarkisian, Dan Lanning, Marcus Freeman, Kalen DeBoer, James Franklin, who has the best chance out of that group of adding national title to their name?
If we're going just off,
It doesn't have to be next year either, because just think who, because I think that's a different conversation. If you just do next year, I got major questions about Alabama's quarterback situation. I got questions about Notre Dame's quarterback situation.
I was going to say Franklin because of Aller.
I was going to say, I got questions about Dan Lanning's quarterback situation.
Aller in a good way or a bad way?
I'm saying he's the only one with a returning quarterback in that group.
It would be nuts. It would actually be LSU and Penn State would be my favorites if you were just looking
for
at
next year.
Drew Aller's been overvalued for 3 years now.
100%, but I was just saying at least he's a returner.
Whenever the pressure's on Drew Aller to go win the game, that ain't who I want behind center.
He has not been good.
Jim Knowles at Penn State, too.
Yeah, Jim
this year
Knowles
changes the
You
game.
got two-headed monster running back, but also you do lose your biggest weapon in Tyler Warren.
And he's a huge weapon. If you play quarterback.
You got some receivers to transfer in, but not game changers. That's probably going to be their biggest question. I don't know. Dan Lanning.
So I hate myself for this. I think Lanning is.
And you got Dante Moore at quarterback. He's got starts at UCLA. He had a year to learn under Dylan Gabriel.
So I think Lanning is my second choice.
Sarkisian your first?
Yeah.
Just because Texas will probably be so talented. And Arch played a lot.
Well, and I mean, look, I called him Steve Fartkisian for a long time, so I have to give credit where credit's due. And he has shown a consistency that is impressive to me. And with the resources and everything else Texas has, I don't think it's going anywhere. He is someone who feels like he's been building towards a natty. Now, nobody's done it quicker than Dan Lanning, right? 10-3 to 12-2 to 13-1.
Yeah.
The problem there is for the immediate future, you mentioned Dante Moore. That's the question. Because when you're talking about Bo Nix and Dylan Gabriel, now granted Bo Nix wasn't Bo Nix when he got there, but you're talking about two very experienced quarterbacks. Now, Dylan Gabriel already was Dylan Gabriel when he got there. It's crazy that you got him. But, it's actually insane the numbers that Dante Moore is going to have to try to live up to.
Yeah.
From the last 3 years of Oregon Duck quarterback play.
One of the things that...
The defense should be incredible, adding those Thieneman.
God, I wish you would have ended up in purple and gold. They're going to have the opportunity to start fast with Montana State, Oklahoma State, who didn't win a conference game last year. This is Oregon at Northwestern, and then they get Oregon as well before they play on the road in Beaver Stadium against Penn State in the last week of September. But you look, they get Indiana at home, they get Wisconsin at home, they get USC at home. There's no Michigan, there's no Ohio State. That is going to bode well, I think.
Damn,
for
no
them.
Michigan or Ohio State in the regular season?
No, so the one game that they're going to have that is going to be circled in Sharpies at Penn State on September the 27th.
Oh God, okay, maybe they were looking at the back-to-back Big Ten champs then. But would you go Sark as well, Jake, or are you going Lanning?
I think I go Lanning 1, Sark 2. So we're in the, very similar.
I don't know where my
mindset.
hang-up with Marcus Freeman is, especially because he was just so close.
Well, I think
it's more Notre Dame. It's not Marcus Freeman. I don't know. I don't know.
They lose a lot. They lose a lot of leadership. They lose some really core Notre Dame guys that were there for a long time.
Yeah.
Not even Sunday guys necessarily, but just guys that had been in that program for a long time. And Xavier Watts, I think of those kind of names. And Riley Leonard also did change a lot of things for them. They leaned on Riley a lot. And they're going to try to do it for the first time with somebody that's homegrown and not a transfer. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Who's going to be their quarterback?
Well, it's still going to be it's a battle now. There's not.
But they're not bringing anybody in.
Not Hartman to Leonard.
Yeah. Look, you and I both big fans of Mike Denbrock. He's the coordinator there. He's done a good job throughout his career of leaning on his strength. Their strength's going to be the running back position.
Yeah.
So Jeremiah Love comes back. You got 3 backs that are capable backs, but can they get enough quarterback play, and can they replace all the leadership that they lost from a very, very old team, in a good way old?
From the kind of outside, the next grouping after the Tier 1 guys, you got Kelly, Kiffin, Heupel, Kenny Dillingham was on the list. I think you probably feel best about Kelly there, given LSU's national championship resume and where this team, looks like it should be at. 3 top 10 recruiting classes in a row, number 1 transfer portal class. Ole Miss still just seems like too much to overcome for them to get all the way to a natty. Tennessee, though, would be right behind Kelly and LSU to me on that list.
For Ole
the
Miss,
wild card
I'm going to be interested in them because they've brought people in, but you lose some top tier players. But more than that, more than like Walter Nolan and all the things that you lose in Princely, Jackson Dart started for you for 3 years.
Yeah.
Him and Lane Kiffin had a great relationship. They could look at each other and they knew exactly what the other one wanted to get done.
Which is funny because at first he wanted to get rid of Dart.
I know.
After year one, but
And
then
when
they
he
it all happened.
I mean, he even got Will Howard. He got Spencer Sanders. Like, he tried to get multiple quarterbacks.
I got Will Howard.
No, Will Howard. Sorry. Oh, my gosh.
Walker.
Walker Howard.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes.
And Walker's now at ULL. But he tried to get quarterbacks to replace him, but they did by the end of it. What's that offense look like? I mean, when you have a quarterback that starts for 3 years like that, it's hard to replicate all the things that you had that you didn't have to worry about.
Yeah.
And Trey Harris is gone, so they're going to have some new faces there for Ole Miss, and that's why a lot of people were like, if not now, then when with them? And I think this is going to be one of the more difficult years for Kiffin just because you're not going to have things that you've always been able to count on over the last 3 seasons. Certainly the last 2 seasons.
We'll see who can get it done. Who always gets it done is Gordon McKernan Attorneys. Get Gordon, get done to 822-588-8888. That's the number. You get in an accident, you call up Gordon, you're good to go, okay? You have somebody who's going to fight on behalf of you and get you what you deserve. And that's what this is all about, right? Having an advocate, having someone who's going to stand up for you, a knight in shining armor to take on the bellicose dragon that are these big insurance companies. They just want to crap all over you and not give you what you deserve, not do their actual function. Well, Gordon can help you out in that regard. 225-888-8888. You go to getgordon.com. You can see all the different cases they handle. You can see results from past customers. You also get in touch with them through the website. You can check out the Gordon Gives initiatives. And as always, follow them on social media at Get Gordon.
One last point. I know we got to go to break.
Yeah.
The SEC, you know you got to play one team in a Power 4 conference in non-conference play. It's a rule. Ole Miss, non-conference, they've got Georgia State. They've got Tulane. They've got the Citadel. And they're getting by with the rule by playing Washington State, who's
with no John
technically
Mateer
still in the Pac-12.
Yeah, and who was pretty frisky last year, but tough to see without Mateer.
Lose your coordinator to Oklahoma, lose your quarterback to Oklahoma, lose your best receiver to the draft. So kind of bypassing that by going with a team out of a 2-team conference.
All right, coming up next, more OTB. Keep it locked.
Off the bench.
Go to trashrangers.com, guys. Trash Rangers is there for you, your waste removal experts here in South Louisiana. And look, if you live in Livingston or Ascension, you get to make a choice about your residential pickup. You go to Trash Rangers, we still are giving 50% off when you make the switch. It's as low as $13.95 a month for superior service, okay? 1,000 5-star reviews. Go look at it on Facebook. You probably see the red cans popping up in your neighborhood. And as always, though, if you're a small business owner, why don't you go with the local business, Trash Rangers, right? That understands the flexible needs of being a local business. You know? Let's make some It's a Wonderful Life synergy here. Well, we're going to tie everything. Okay, go to Trash Rangers today.
Go to the website, and you can see what T-Bob's talking about right there at the bottom of it. Sign up for residential, commercial service. Also, pick up the phone, 225-363-9053. If you're looking for a roll-off dumpster, 3 different sizes, you tell them the size that you need. They'll actually probably tell you. You'll get it figured out, trashrangers.com.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews.
Sounds like the radio. Back in 94, you know. Hook a speaker up to my soul. It sounds like the radio.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
I just saw a picture of Millie Bobby Brown. She does not look like Millie Bobby Brown. She looks like Jennifer Coolidge. Anyway, welcome back to
Stranger
OTB.
Things? Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But looks like she's kind of gone full Instagram face, you know? I don't know why, but whatever. To each their own. Does anybody really care to talk about this Mary-Kate Cornett stuff?
I don't know enough about it.
I feel weird talking about it because of how old we are, but it has gone insanely viral. It's an Ole Miss sorority girl who got caught sleeping with her boyfriend's dad. And then her and the boyfriend still stayed together, and the dad and the wife still stayed together.
You have told us this story. How did they get caught?
I don't know. Some like Snapchat leaks, I think. And then I guess it basically got confirmed. I don't know. The thing that's greasy about it, now don't get me wrong, it is deeply funny in a lot of ways because it's insane. I mean, just that whole setup is insane. It's like something out of what all you degenerates appear to be into now. But and you know, she's like a good-looking college girl. He's like just a normal old-looking white dude. Now, of course, he's in like finance. He's like a banker or something from Austin. Of course, he is.
Yeah.
He might have been helping to pay for tuition or something. I don't know. But so look, I'll say this. I feel really badly for all the parties involved on a human level because everybody's getting ripped on, everybody's getting made fun of. It really alters everybody's life. That said, I think maybe the reason why it's so funny to think about is if you're the kid, what do you say to your dad? Bro.
I have no idea.
What?
Yeah.
Like, can we be friends anymore? Were we ever friends? You're my father. But, like, how do I feel about you now? Told my wife this story last night. She was like, "Oh, yeah, I used to bang your dad." Get out of here. But did you? That's why I married her. She's funny. I will say this. For the guy, Evan, maybe the one silver lining is people have linked, because you know how Venmo feeds are public, right? Unless people do private donos.
Yeah.
Well, people have screen recorded themselves scrolling the Venmo, and he is getting a lot of money coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Which, granted, he doesn't need, most likely, given
money?
his dad's a banker.
That's like a thing?
Yeah, I mean, it says, "Chin up, bro, drink on me, head up, man." She showed her true colors. Hope this fun's a date night with someone new. Coke and strippers. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Take this 200 and buy loads of bag to get over this.
There's not a character limit on Venmo messages?
Apparently
That
not.
was a short story.
Buy yourself some gum. Wishing you some solace in this difficult time. That's her last name. Yeah, crazy. Guys, I'm going to do a little PSA for the dads out here. First, don't cheat on your wife. Second, don't cheat on your wife with your daughter's boyfriend. Or son's, well, that's me. Hey, now. With any of your kids' significant others. Boyfriend, girlfriend, doesn't really matter.
You went there.
The point stands. Don't sleep with your progeny's girlfriend or boyfriend. It's not a good idea. You're going to ruin everybody's life.
Yeah. Guys.
Who do you feel worse for, the son or the wife?
The wife.
Because the wife's like,
a lot of people are going to
if
try
they
to
stay together, like the son and the daughter are coming over to the house all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Apparently everybody stayed together.
Which is wild.
It can't be now, but like originally they had. I mean, I don't look. I
long ago
I
has
actually
this
feel
been? How
I feel
long has
worse.
this been happening?
I don't know. It all just blew up yesterday. I would say this though. I feel worst. I feel worst for the young woman in question. And some of you are going to shame her and say, well, you know, she
You
laid
feel
this
worse
bed.
for the girl who cheated?
Yeah.
Why?
Because she's just a young college kid whose life is now ruined over this.
Well,
She's
so
probably
is
gonna
the-
get like a podcast out of this.
So is the kid. So is the guy who got cheated on.
What? Yeah, but have you seen a picture of him? Looks like he kind of deserved it. Looks pretty soft. I mean, we're being honest.
I have not, for what it's worth.
He just looks like just the douchiest of frat bros. No, I feel bad. Again, I feel bad for everybody involved. I think I most feel bad for her, though, because her name is the one that's trending. Her face is the one that's everywhere.
She the one that did it.
That's true.
I'm not saying that it's not her fault or his fault or it's everybody's fault.
I think the wife in this situation.
I feel the worst for her,
too. The mom
probably.
is beautiful.
Is she?
Yeah, proving once again, this is never really, I mean, you know, it's never really about looks, is it? It's about
Just stop. Just stop. You've had way too much time to think about what you're about to say.
strange. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Stranger Things.
I'm proud of you. That could have gone a lot worse.
That's what I was going to say the whole time. I maybe drew it out a little too long.
Sure.
So that's the story. If you see any of that trending though, now you know. Now you can be involved in the joke. It did lead me down. There's apparently though a few of these kind of SEC superstar women whose escapades, like there's another one, Lily. I'm not going to say last name. There's another one, Lily from where was it? Maybe Auburn or something? I can't remember. Or maybe Alabama? I don't know. And apparently like they followed each other and knew each other. I don't know. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Again, guys, the overall point is parents, do not have sex with your kids' boyfriends or girlfriends. Full stop. Okay? Just a good life rule. More OTB coming up next.
Off the bench.
Want to remind you about our friends at Boudreaux's Electrical, guys. You want to protect your family, keep the lights on when you need more power, more protection, more service with Boudreaux's. At Boudreaux's, well, you can probably guess from the name, right? We've been local and we've been family run since 1982. That's over 40 years in the game. One of the top Generac dealers in Louisiana. And with our 24/7 monitoring, we prove to you the core ethos of the business is customer-first based business. We prove it in that 24/7 service, making sure that your system is ready to go when you need it. Going so far as to even drive out in the eyes of hurricanes, chopping down trees to make sure your system's good to go. Go to BoujoseElectrical.com.
Yeah, just go to Bujo's Electrical in your favorite search engine, and you'll see the 5-star reviews. You'll see, the reviews like great company, great people, wonderful people to work with. That's what you're going to get. BoujoseElectrical.com.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Atmos Energy, our smart choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends.
Morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Well, the day I was born, the doc couldn't believe I came out crying Chattahoochee.
You don't measure that in feet. You measure that in furlongs. God, I love Lynn Rollins. Hell yeah, Lynn. Ask the Bench. Brought to you by Cold Curse Light, Vizzy Hard Seltzer, and Blue Moon. Light Sky Citrus Sweet. God, you cannot search for anything on Twitter, can you? Ask the Bench. What are the answers to the 2 most dangerous questions a wife can ask? 1, do these pants make me look fat? The answer is no. 2, do you think XYZ girl is pretty? If it is a woman that she is actually friends with and likes, you are allowed to answer honestly. If it is a frenemy or a potential enemy, no. She's not pretty. Or she's aight. Not my type. Would y'all agree with that?
Yeah.
I think that's fair, yeah.
Ask the bench. But yeah, I mean, the first one's easy. The pants never make anybody look fat. Y'all discussed Tucker, T-Bob's divination story, and lastly, Mary. What do y'all plan for tomorrow? I don't know. T-Bob looks like the bearded lady at the traveling carnival. Okay.
No, you're slimmer than like the average bearded lady at the carnival. Come on now.
Similar nips, though. Forgot that. We discussed that as well. Mac Lindsay, under quotations in the chat, says, wow, you bang just like your dad. Really highlighting the absurdity of the entire situation here.
Oh, man.
There's no comeback from that, dude. Go to Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. GEAUXTommys.com is the website. Or if you want to grow your beard, speaking of bearded lady, you want elite beard products, go bearded.com. Again, GEAUXbearded.com. Unleash yourself. But yeah, you need Windows, Doors, and Siding. Trust Tommy's, man. Been at it for 8 years now, and every year they've taken home the Angie Super Service Award because, well, they're awesome. Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. Shout out. Whew, DJ Trauma, take a lap, dude. Take a breath. I'm done. Ask the bench. Have you ever done wall sits as an exercise routine? Yeah, absolutely. Do wall sits that evolve sometimes.
Punishment work as well. Wall sits. There's a reason you do it for punishment work because it's not fun.
Yeah.
Not easy.
Sucks.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We love you. And we'll see you tomorrow for some more Off the Bench. Coach Rita, Coach Johnson coming up.
Off the Bench.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one.